Hello and welcome to Tabletop Fables. I'm Brett, and we are playing Princes of the Apocalypse tonight. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Our last game, they investigated the Landsrock. Well, not Landsrock itself, the caves under Landsrock, encountered the Lord there and murdered him. Well, let's say killed him. He did attack slightly. And all the undead there.
We didn't even talk over the top of him or anything.
Just attacked us for no reason. We were totally in the right.
I rewatched that. In my head, I felt far more like you were talking over me than you actually were.
We weren't that much. We were a little bit. We would have given the chance, though.
They are now resting outside. Some of them severely injured. Even after the healing spell by Truedream, that was finally able to be done. So let's have everyone just briefly introduce himself. We'll start over with busy Nick.
Not busy.
Hey, I'm Nick. I'm playing a half-elf called Emissos. I've been named by the party. I'm a druid. I hate humans. Well, dislike them strongly, so... Particular humans. Everybody but these guys, for some reason.
Clearly don't hate humans. 2 of them are your friends.
Well,
we're barely human at this point, let's face it.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
Hello everyone, I'm DM Cody from Tuesday Nights, and tonight I am playing Emharis, brother of Molbath, and apparently a dirty hedge wizard. Not very impressed.
What's this fish you have in the jar?
You mean Sven?
Yes, I do mean Sven.
I still don't know, but it doesn't seem to be able to die. I never feed it. It always just stares at me when I look at it.
he's a great pet owner. Doesn't feed it.
I trust you'll eventually work this out, brother.
It's a little fishy, but I will. Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm playing Molbath, the human necromancer, clearly the smarter of the 2 brothers.
Because you can't work out the puzzle of the fish.
Character test.
I mean,
Okay, I'm just like, you go. Hi, I'm Ishtar. I am playing Truedream, the Goliath cleric. Praise Ben!
With lopsided breasts.
Yes, with
You
now,
shush your mouth.
with now lopsided breasts.
You shush your mouth.
Go on, take the other one out.
I will.
I'm Anthony, I'm playing Kallan, and I dislike everybody at the table. Well, except for Truedream, she's alright.
but what about in-game?
Wait, yeah. I was wondering, did you want in-game?
You just like everyone on the table.
Yes, I dislike everybody at the table. No, it's fine. It's fine.
If it makes us feel better, he dislikes everyone. This is a blanket rule. We just happen to be here right now.
We all say hi to Anthony's
That's
girlfriend.
correct. It's okay, I'm just the little people ignoring me.
How is our audio? Just double checking. We're getting good audio through?
I would assume good.
I'm going to slowly...
Oh yeah, there you go. I just couldn't see the bar.
I'm slowly change Emissos' name to Patrick.
You, sir, are hysterical.
Anyway, yeah. What's this little keyword? All right. You're outside this cave. Above is the men here. That is Lance Rock. Green lightning still hits it sometimes. You have a dead body of a wizard. That who is possession of that body?
I kind of set up.
Yeah.
I assumed he would just have it in general.
I kind of set up last game.
He goes through, upends all the coins, all the magic items.
It's slowly.
Oh no, I cleaned all the skin off with prestidigitation. So now it's just the skull, his mustache, and go.
Can you please roll Arcana?
I am impressed that prestidigitation can taxidermy things.
Well, no, it's just bone. It's just the skull.
That's what tax.
No, taxidermy is the opposite.
I'm trying to decide if
Taking
you've
the
gotten
bone.
away with it.
I assume
The fact that I forgot to read the last paragraph
It's
using
not
that.
like a general
18.
skull in the room.
I thought it was just.
So as you start
peeling the
working, you
flesh
see that where the cuts are, it's starting to the flesh is starting to rot away, almost burn away. But as you prestidigitate it, you sort of magically cauterize this weird effect. And you end up with just the bones. You channel sort of the necrotic forces that are pulling away his skin and flesh and the rest of him into his skin and flesh, leaving the bones. And eventually, you just have the skull.
So what happens to his body?
It's gone.
All of it just evaporates.
It sort of starts, all rots away.
Everything in his clothes?
Yeah.
Ooh. I take notes.
I mean, except for like the
Last
stuff with
paragraphs.
Yeah.
That was the last paragraph, right?
Well, the last paragraph was if he dies, Orioth turns into a black flame, the flames dwindle to nothing, with the planet of Whale vanishes. But I forgot to read that, so you get the slower version.
I guess.
Oh, he's told me he has plans for the skull, so I would have felt very bit personal if I.
Just went, oh, by the way.
You're a fish.
By the way, he died.
From a skull.
That's fair.
So yes, you guys seem to do that. What is everyone else doing?
Bombing around, I guess.
Yeah,
Licking
I
the
guess we're
wounds.
bumming around.
Yeah.
We want to stay far away from this insanity.
Is the green light? We're outside now.
Yes,
Is the green lightning still going?
occasionally.
Occasionally. Okay.
I still want to head up to the stone.
It was never particularly quick.
Yeah.
No one's keen. I'll probably just take a horse and meander up.
The horses probably won't get up, but you'll be
Up
able
to
to.
the top to try and climb it where it's a bit
Okay.
closer.
Yep. I'll follow.
Did you head off? Did you guys follow?
I suppose.
I will stay in the cave. I'm going to try and clean up and stuff, try and like hide a few things just in case people do turn up. I'm going to try and make it look like we didn't murder all the zombies in here. Was there a pit or anything in here?
There was
The rock.
the room where the ghouls came from was a pile of corpses essentially. Most of them quite gnawed on.
I'll drag them down there.
Yep.
Lob them in, and I'll write. I'll look at all the handwriting and stuff of the wizard, and I will forge a note that says needed a few supplies from the woods. We'll be back in 20. Go on fishing.
Do you have a particular skill you like to use doing that?
I can't remember if Assassin gave me forgery or not. I know it gave me a couple.
God.
Disguise and poisonous, so no forgery.
Guess you're gonna have to just make it up.
Yeah, just wing it.
Roll deception then.
Fuck. 12?
How much does my brother look like this man but an older version? You said they looked very similar.
It's really.
It is uncanny.
It's actually fairly uncanny. If he was a bit paler but with slightly darker skin, yeah. I'm not sure he does darker skin, darker hair.
I will suggest to him quietly that if there are people coming here, perhaps they would think necromantic energy went wrong and you aged rapidly. Lord of the Keep.
And let himself go a bit.
I can see where this is going. Perhaps they will raise some sort of payment. Yes.
You spoke to him long enough to have a rough understanding of how he'd react.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Give it a shot if they show up. What can possibly go wrong? Am I
There it
right,
is.
Emissos?
Yeah. Nothing ever goes wrong.
Nothing ever goes wrong. Here we all are still.
I feel this may be a danger. Perhaps some of you could wait in the back room in case
Oh yes,
trouble.
we're not letting you do it alone.
I'll be here no matter what.
Yeah.
I plan to set up a murder box.
I can
By
be
murder
sure.
box, I mean lay out all my daggers, all my arrows, and my bow.
And then learn catapult.
Yeah.
I am almost positive this won't end well. You should do it.
We have confirmation from everyone then. Excellent.
We have a party of bad ideas.
I am now just picturing from Suicide Squad the Joker, but
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm thinking a little bit more Geralt when he gets ready for a hunt, just lays everything out. Yeah.
I'll have a scrap of paper, know the date. We're all in agreement on something on this day.
More but like right.
Lightning
We're
bolt.
not too worried.
like a very large lightning bolt. So, were you headed off or were you waiting?
I would have said that and then I would have headed off.
So, can you roll investigation? We'll see how good you do as like a counter track almost. You can do survival if you want, but I think investigation is better for you.
17.
I have changed into his clothes and I'm taking a rest.
His clothes burn away.
Doesn't he have enough set of clothes in his chamber?
Roll investigation.
He seems like the pompous kind of dude.
Wrap yourself in one of the tapestries.
I got
Oh.
20.
God, okay.
A chest magically appears.
I
No,
think about his clothes.
you look around. You don't find a set of his clothes. Like he's wearing Noble's clothes. They were pretty like crappy. clearly he'd been keeping them clean through prestidigitation. He'd been listening to J.K. Rowling's how you deal with things like that, and but near the enchanting circle in like the back study, it's almost like it's like a leather apron and things like that. So
Yeah, I'll put that on.
You only find his undergarments.
They smell fantastic.
I like some clean ones now.
He's never worn them in a day of his life.
Or he wore them well.
So there was like a general black cloak with hood that the zombie who was doing the stitching wore as well. You probably found that in disposing of the corpses. Apart from that, everything else is wearing scraps. I mean, beyond the bear, juggler, and lady, they were wearing fancy scraps. Although you have a juggler's, not a juggler. Yeah, you have the jester's hat.
Yeah, I was wearing the jester's hat,
Yes.
being a dick.
Ding 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 ding.
Clearly, you should have got disguises when you get back and you can wait in here with me.
So you two are spending time doing that. You guys takes probably a solid 20 minutes, loop around, and then go up the hill to this man here at the top. So it's probably about 30 feet tall by the time you actually get close and work it out properly. About 10 feet at its widest point, very spear-like. Well, not spear-like, like tip of a spear, like almost. You do see there's magical runes around it, not on it. And as you watch it, so it gets struck by lightning.
I want to investigate the runes for magic.
Yep.
So an Arcana check.
Yes. If you're,
17.
you look over. It appears to be ingrained wizard's spell. Beyond your abilities to cast magic, and it's the wrong level, but it seems tied to, from what just the bits and pieces you can pick up, it seems to be the direct cause of calling the lightning here.
Should we just leave it alone, or should we try to do something about this?
Got to play with it. I mean,
Go on, then.
investigate.
If you wish to touch it, you can, but I won't until you have first.
Half of a
It's
line
like an
on that
electric fence and grab her hand and.
one, and then pee on it.
Memories.
Green light.
The magical runes, I assume it's in a magical dialect, not in elemental.
Yeah. It's very much the spellcasting runes. So
Okay.
it looks like if you've seen a wizard spellbook your character has, then I should at some point seen him go through his notes or something like that, then it's that kind of writing.
Yeah. Is there like an area effect, or it's just coming to a single point?
It seems to be hitting the top of the
Yeah.
point, similar to like just lightning in nature in general.
Okay.
Is it a language that's
No.
written around it?
Not specifically. No.
So it's more just sigils and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I do what anybody does when they come across something weird or that they think is dead.
Lick
I
it.
poke it with a stick.
It looks, as you do that, it looks sort of engraved into stone around the base.
Okay. Not glowing or anything, just
You see, whenever roll perception or investigation, you can choose.
it's gonna be better. Probably neither.
Probably perception.
How long?
You're a wisdom
Yeah.
caster. Yeah.
Natural 20.
You notice that there isn't a. Yeah, you look down. There isn't a glowing thing, but as the green lightning strikes, it pulses just for a split second.
Yeah.
You think that the spell is drawing power from the lightning to continue to pull down the lightning, so it's self-sustaining in that
Yeah.
fashion. So it was perception.
Yeah.
And as you look up, you just offhand you just notice some large marks on the side of the stone as well that don't seem to match the lightning.
Okay. Are they drawn on or engraved in or
Off a 20 natural 20 on perception. What's your actual full perception score? Probably 25 or something like that.
it's +3.
Okay. Doesn't matter because you over 20 at that point. It looks like claw marks, which, considering the size of this giant granite rock,
Yeah.
and the fact that there's no other granite around here.
Yeah, some pigs put it here.
And once again, off the perception
Yeah.
eye, dropped. You can
Yeah.
see there's fractured stone like around
Yeah.
the base.
Aha, I see your mother-in-law's been here. The dragon.
I never did marry, actually. Wait, dragon?
I don't understand the reference.
I think all we need to understand, my dear, is dragon. Perhaps we should not be here.
I haven't seen a dragon before. Really interesting.
Oh, that's one definition, I suppose. Interesting, like, oh god, my eyes! Where did my arm go? That's interesting in its own way.
What does it do to your eyes?
I don't know. I don't stick around long enough to find out, but I can imagine. Go on, imagine. Tell me what you think.
Fluffy, warm and fuzzy.
Right, wrong direction. Let's get back down.
I agree. I just tend to start plotting.
It's a creature. Surely it can be reasoned with, providing you don't upset it.
Well, possibly. Depends on the kind of dragon and what it wants.
It's more than one cut.
Oh yes, many. All different colours.
Ooh.
Let's get back to my brother. We'll tell him what we found. He might have some idea.
You guys head back. Meanwhile, inside, you guys have finished up.
Can we tell how long he's been here?
Let's roll investigation again.
18.
It smells like.
It's a bit difficult to tell with the corpse disposal system, so it's not like he's built up too many. But you're trained like cannon, correct?
Yeah.
Well, there's from what there is of like an enchantment set up, and you would suggest probably from the notes and stuff that you've got a brand new toy that he's made in here previously. At least been here long enough to craft one magic item. But potentially longer than that, perhaps years. But it's been hard to tell beyond more than 6 months, less than a decade.
He'd be cycling.
He
through
doesn't look
bodies.
that. He didn't look that old.
Alright.
Unless he's a lich.
I'll keep it
As a
in
lich,
there.
you're really in trouble.
I mean, he has no body. You can take him on.
Oh, he's a demi lich now with just his head.
I'm holding his phylactery. Just, oh, well.
Stop metagaming. So,
yeah, no, that's all. That was really related to that question. So you guys come back. Do you tell us what you saw?
Yes, especially you. Seems to be harnessing the energy of these lightning strikes, powering something magical, possibly down here.
Could
Am I
that?
able to tell if we're under the obelisk?
you pretty much are.
Perhaps we should take a look. Straight up. Is anyone good at digging?
I can see someone who might be better than me.
Why are you staring at me?
Casually glancing, that's all.
Is it a? This isn't exactly my specialty, but is it possible that that thing is being used as a powering device for the corpses?
Then they'd be getting up again, and there'd be no use for the necromancer.
Well, I'm
No,
saying
not
it's used
unless
for their
it's
creation.
yeah on the creation table. I'm going to make my way down to the laboratory.
Yes, if the necromancer had to use the power and then channel it in order to actually apply it. So if the stone were just to store the energy, but it still had to be used, it would make sense as to why nothing is happening.
Is there? Can we see a spot on the roof where it looks like might poke through, or like something that might be used to channel it, or maybe the drift globe at some point might have been used for something along those
Perception
lines?
check.
Did you mean Frankenstein coils?
Ah, fuck.
Oh.
Now,
No,
con-
8.
You
considering
don't notice anything.
I was going to say, considering that it's an obelisk of granite that's been dropped, there's a good chance that it was a
Yeah.
spear, or like a
Rod of good.
yeah, basically dropped so that way it's being used as the conduit.
How tall is the ceiling in the reanimation chamber, if you will?
Making me look at the book.
How dare you?
Jesus.
How dare you make me read this book I should have probably read beforehand?
I have. I just didn't remember all the numbers of the areas you've already visited.
You're supposed to remember
What was
exactly
that
how tall every
excuse?
room is.
It's getting closer by the second. It's crushing you down on you.
Oh no, we're in the garbage.
My hat!
Oh, TPK. TP.
So I can see it clearly as it gets closer.
It doesn't actually say. It just says large.
Okay. I pull out a jar with some glowworms and whisper something, throw them into the air, and they turn into glowing orbs. And I just raise my hand and they lift up to the ceiling so I can see it better.
Perception check.
That is a big old 5.
Can't see anything.
I'm gonna investigate the reanimation and see if I can work out how to make it work.
We had his notes. I'm looking through that. The magic's involved is just beyond you at this point.
Yeah.
But you think with the notes, once your skills get further, you might be able to work out how to animate dead with them.
Yeah. Does it mention the obelisk?
No.
No. It doesn't appear that he was using obelisk.
Strange coincidence. Wonder what it is then.
Do we want to stop it just for safety's sake?
What safety?
A sudden theory, actually. What if the obelisk was actually dampening his power and it was working against him?
Why would he have stayed then?
Perhaps
mask
he could
himself.
not either to mask himself or perhaps he could not move it alone.
I think he would have moved and it was to mask himself. Well, I don't think he had any particular need to mask himself.
It's possible he couldn't leave.
Or he considered it so much his home, he thought it was an offence to move.
Well, we are expecting people to potentially be here soon. We could always question them.
True. I'll head back up to my hidey hole then.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave my raven at the entrance to the cave and to come in and wake me, and I'm gonna go take a nap in this chamber.
I'm going to go for a rest as well.
I'm gonna you first.
I'm going to take a lack of nap.
I'm gonna go find a nice hidey hole that'll fit me, curl up in nice and tight, and then zonk out.
I guess I'll stay near the entrance in the shadows and just keep an eye out as well since I'm not sleeping.
Do 150 push-ups and sit-ups every single night. By the end of this campaign, you're just going to be like...
Strength 28.
Stay calmer. Stay calmer.
That's it. That's it. So about
Sorry, is this a long rest or a short rest, which you were probably about to say?
no rest because you guys spent ages flipping about. So I rolled a dice to see, and you had like a 15% chance that it'd be nourished, and that's where you're at. So about 40 minutes in.
Hasn't been born yet.
No.
Alright.
Your raven and you, because you're at the entrance, see or hear. No, you just see because it's not that dense forest. Some people approaching.
My raven calls a bit.
I stand at the entrance and bow to them.
So yes, you see two people on horses, flanking, wearing half plate armor. They wear I think it's half plate armor, so fairly solid armor.
Thou walk past. Gentlemen,
What's Truedream doing?
I'm
I'm off to fetch some milk. I'll be back soon.
With breastplates, they got shields, they got crossbows.
Upstairs.
There's like a flame motif on their armor.
A what?
Flame motif.
Oh, if we said playing now, I was like,
Can I roll perception to see if I think these are the right people, or there may be someone else coming to hunt this guy?
Not really. Yeah, if you want. I mean, roll inside if you want.
Oh no, 6. I'm too busy bowing. I don't really see them.
Yeah.
You look at the shoes.
And they're
Tell
Do they
them
look
about
like aggressive shoes?
How caked in mud are the shoes?
well. The one in the middle is wearing a robe, so it's sort of pulled up a bit because he's on a horse. A little bit stupid looking, but
wait, is that 2?
There's 3. I
One-
just interrupted before
one
I
and
got to describe the more important one.
See? Always assuming that we're talking over the top of his character.
I was pretty sure he said 2 the first time, and then he's like, middle one.
I said
I'm
3 are
sorry.
approaching.
Continue.
Anyway, and he's wearing a series of robes. There appears to be like red lines going through it. But the most interesting part is there's a hood over his head, wreathed in fire, like that.
Oh, great.
So the clothes itself are on fire.
Peachy.
Fantastic.
So clearly he's a bit of a pushover.
Yeah.
He's already on fire.
Not even
Half our
bad.
job's done for us.
You've got paint on your side.
So the 2 guards jump off the horses and looking around, they see you. They look back to him, and because you're seeing this through the raven's eyes, he just gives make a deception check.
24. No, sorry, 22.
They look back over to him, and he just sort of gestures for them to ready themselves, like ready to walk in. He gets off the horse, walks over. Take me to your lord.
Of course. Follow me. And I start heading back inside.
So he starts sauntering in like he owns the place.
I'm assuming Molbath is telling us that someone's coming and we're not
I
just
called
like.
the raven cord.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Were we told what that means?
The raven cawing is probably not loud enough to be heard multiple Ks back.
Really?
Ooh.
Well, then it will fly back to me, Corey.
Yeah.
As I walk
Oh,
back.
wait. Okay, he's going to get
Alarm,
inside check on that.
alarm!
What?
Fortunately, he's...
Necromancer key for a raven?
Or to be fair, it is going.
but
It's a doorbell. Come on.
he starts walking in, and the 2 guards falling behind him. And then he sort of gestures, and one heads back and looks after the horses. After you did get quite a good perception score.
My lord, I have to let you know. The lord of the estate here has had some run-ins with magic. He's been experimenting, pushing the boundaries, and has unfortunately aged himself. So don't be alarmed, and he doesn't like mention of it, so just letting you know.
He just sort of looks at you, and his skin is all parched and burnt, like his burn scars, his face, burn scars all over it.
He
And,
needs some moisturizer stat.
no, he's beyond that point.
Get him some coconut oil.
He looks like he's been dipped in fire at some point.
Coconut oil on it.
Get that voice from aloe
Burning
vera.
coconut oil.
So he's just,
Quench.
I understand we take on the nature of our magical burdens.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I haven't reached that stage yet myself, but I hope to one day.
He's taken on an apprentice, has he?
Well, I hope so. An assistant for now.
Oh, perhaps he'd hurry up with his tasks when we give them to him.
Yes, he's doing his best. He works around the clock when he can, rests only when absolutely necessary.
His eyes sort of narrow. His best. I expect the lantern is done.
I believe it is, yes. We tried it on the flame and it seemed to work.
Good. So, heading in further, where do you plan on meeting him?
I'm saying, well, we met him in the chamber. Well, I'm sleeping in his chamber, and once the raven gets me, then I'll get up and walk out there.
Sorry, this might be a weird theory. Is the fire a pacemaker? Because maybe that's why he needs the lantern. If it's his pacemaker, and the lantern means the fire can never go out.
There are one type of fire cultist where their heart is literally replaced with a ball of fire, but not this guy.
Oh,
As I get closer, I'll just message, and I'll say out loud as I'm messaging. My lord, we have our visitors now. We're coming your way.
Yep, I'm getting dressed. I'll be out in a second.
He should be ready by the time we get there.
I expect nothing less.
Of course.
Do you say that out aloud?
Just like flicks in the bowstring.
Yes.
I look at you and say, "But you are dressed, you idiot."
Are you in the chamber with me?
Yeah, I was resting
Wait
with
here.
you. Just
I shoot him.
I want to be clear where everyone is. So the big chamber is where you're going to meet him, probably near the the bench where he was working. The stairs near there are up to where you're hiding.
Yep, I've got everything laid out.
Okay, so you know how there's like the entranceway and it was fairly narrow, somewhat narrowish? So Truedream is tucked up in a nook near there so that once they're in, she can block the door.
Okay, so
Or run away.
alright, so yeah. So Star Chamber, so your other corridor that won't be going down. And
Yes.
you two both make stealth, you'll get advantage because you're sort of behind cover and stuff.
And tiny.
Well, you are advantage by. Do you have disadvantage because of your armor?
I don't recall.
What are you wearing?
I am wearing chainmail.
No.
Yeah,
No, okay. So you have advantage.
Cool.
natural one.
Glad I have advantage. So it's.
I am up and tucked away behind a wall.
So what is your stealth? The +5 bonus because of the 3/4. Oh,
Seeing as I haven't taken expertise yet, that's only a 6.
With +5
Oh,
bonus.
with +5, so
still not enough. That's fine.
I have a 17. I got a natural 19, but my dex is -2.
Go past the Zalro with his head under a rock. You can't see me.
Priests have such bad wisdom, anyway.
As I continue, I say, my lord, one more thing. When my master aged, his mind has become addled. He seems to be recovering, but there are a lot of blank spots in his memory.
I don't care about your problems.
Of course, sir, of course.
So he heads past the Star Chamber.
I give Cassian the black robe. If you're gonna come out pretend to be a zombie, should be hard for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm still wearing the jester thing, so.
He walks around into the room where you're all at. Walks in.
No, I'm standing wherever he was.
Yep.
Greetings, why have you entered the abode of the Lord of Lance Rock?
I back away. And I just sort of subtly shake my head.
This will
To
only end.
collect the item you have been working on for us for months.
Yes, my lord, the lamp.
What's with the tone? This is my lair. I'm the Lord of Lance Rock.
Apologies, my lord. Like I said, his mind is addled.
Quiet, servant. Go fetch his item.
Yes, lord.
Oh boy.
I shoot off to where the lamp was.
Do you know where it was?
Yeah, I was investigating when it was found and we saw the flames.
Okay.
I did tell everyone where I found it.
Did you put it back or is it in your...
Oh no, it's in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's hanging from my belt right now.
So you had it off the back. Okay.
I don't know where he is at the moment, so I can't find him.
Oh no.
You're speaking a little bit more respectfully last time. Perhaps you have been hurt.
Respectful? Perhaps you should be respectful. I'm the Lord of this place.
He's nailing that character.
It's not hard considering it was really close to my own character.
As you should know, it is Vanderford's will that all Force Lords will be eventually burnt away.
Never mind.
Purified.
I go examine some bodies and start talking about them.
Oh no.
I get to the chamber, look around, remembering something. Kallan? Kallan?
By message, I assume.
Kallan? Yes. And just sort of try and pinpoint him.
Yes. Message end.
You can respond to this message.
Yes.
There's a man, you probably saw him, I don't know where you are. You saw the one on fire, right?
There was a slit that. Well, did that look out into the hallway, or did that look in?
It looked from the top of the stairs. It looked down to the two chests with the trap, so you had to leave it to pull the hooks down on them.
So you probably see me through
Yeah.
this
Okay.
one.
And like, I looked down and like, I'm trying to look.
Oh. I woke up. There's two guards in heavy armour. One's by the door, I think the other one I'm not sure where he went. A man wreathed in flame in the main chamber speaking to my brother, who I've managed to convince was the Lord. But he's looking for that thing that I can't see through the slit that you've got on your hip. No, not on your hip, it's right in my face.
Are you paying attention to them?
Yes, but I guess
Also?
yeah. But I'm trying to make it look like I'm just examining bodies. I'm casually looking at them occasionally.
I'll say to you, if you come out, I'm up the stairs. Can I fit the lantern through the slit and like?
To the area where she is waiting. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So Yeah, it's basically a trap for if someone takes the wrong path, finds a treasure chest,
Yeah.
he goes, ha 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 ha. Not, so yeah, you've got, the lantern was beyond it, could be on the chamber.
Alright.
So at one point you look around and you see the guard just sort of casually reach over, he's got a shield in one arm, draws his sword and runs his hand across it, and the blade just lights up in flame. He just puts the sword down like that.
Do we have any other lanterns?
Neat trick.
No.
Pretty sort of
For Charlton.
No, I didn't hit the broken one.
Is there a chamber pot in the bedroom?
Nope. He just apparates it away.
She go on way.
Shit's on the floor.
Doesn't even poop it out first.
Does a wizard shit in his bed? Well, it sounds like we've got two options. Either give him the lantern and let him be on his way, or try to get out of here and not die.
Go tell him that it's misplaced.
Oh dear, I don't think so. I don't see that ending well for me.
Are there any?
Send him to me. Send him to where I am, because I'm like currently like up on stairs and like
Are you going to try and shoot him?
I'm going to try and stab him in the face.
Oh dear. You do realise this is probably going to get us all killed, right?
Probably.
His face is made of fire. Did I not make that clear?
Yeah, well, yes.
Is there a
see?
Very well. I'll send him around.
wash bowl in the room or anything?
There would be. What are you kind of looking for? Because there is an enchantment bench here. So
Something to
A vessel.
a vessel, yeah.
there would be like a bowl of water or something like that.
Yep. Pick up a bowl of water.
You're going to
Majestic.
try to quench him.
No, I just need something to carry. Take up my hands. I'm supposed to be a zombie here, so.
Of course, of
I'd
course.
probably be looking for tools like scalpels and swords.
Oh yeah, there would be probably.
Men to the cloak.
It's not like the outright tools are back out in the cabin.
Yeah.
There are enchantment tools and things like that here, so
Yeah.
who knows what's used where.
Message Molbath and be like, Kallan has an idea. Probably going to get us all killed. Have you got any better ones?
Not particularly. Breaking the lantern.
You hear a jingle as I walk out.
Yes, bring that over here, boy.
You're wandering over to you.
I come back down. My lord, the lantern is prepared in the chamber beyond.
Very well. Make a performance check.
This is gonna end bad.
Advantage for the jester hat.
So badly.
Ooh, 16. I was gonna say.
Come on.
Performance 17. We go up.
Can you and you make insight checks? That's good.
Natural 20.
Like, I'm doing a terrible job.
13.
For 13.
Let's see how it's stealthy they're being. So you notice that the guard seems to be paying a fair amount of attention to where Kallan is.
Yeah.
And the priest you haven't seen before, but yeah, he just seems on alert. You know what
He's
a
on
prey
edge.
creature. Well, prey creature's not the right term for this guy, but
Predator on the hunt.
yeah, predator ready to defend himself.
Yeah, he's not where he wants to be. He's here because he has to be.
More,
He knows we're up to something.
yeah. They look. Well, one of them's looking basically straight at him
Yeah.
behind the wall, and
This
his
is
hands are in
terrifying.
a position where he can cast a spell at some moment's notice. And
Okay. I will
they might not know
him.
exactly what's up, but they know something's up.
Yeah.
Do they know that or just Emissos?
Just him.
My lord, if you will, this way.
Very well.
As I approach Molbath, I whisper, something's up. They know it. And then I wander off the bowl after them.
Before he walks in, you see him turn back behind him. You just sort of recognise the spell because you see him do it all the time. That's this message.
Before they leave, I'm gonna yell to Emissos. I'll be like, now, don't stuff like that time, and I'll mention sometime when.
Like Budapest.
Like Budapest.
Do it to me or Emissos?
To you.
Nice.
Oh, I said the wrong one. I know my own brother's name.
You just don't care. I wouldn't dream of it, my lord. Everything is in perfect order.
Okay.
They do walk past everyone.
I message, let's get out of here.
I agree.
Emissos, you coming with us?
The guard turns around and double checks that little alcove and he sees you. You just hear him go, Bailoff, there! Turns around. So you're staying there, what? Leathers, trench coat, bow drawn.
Giant
Bow and
science
arrow.
assassin.
Well, so leathers, trench coat, bow on the ground, sitting there. And once I see him turn and look, I'll just
Pass out.
I'll corpsify.
Play dead, play dead.
Because I was going to be like kneeling with all my shit on the ground, just like.
Performance check. Or deception, up to you.
6.
He sees that and goes, what is the meaning of this?
Who's he asking?
Anyone in the room. But mainly, probably the implication is the Lord.
Wait, I'm still in the other room.
You're in the big chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't left the chamber yet. He's most of the way down the
just
chamber.
spotted.
What is the meaning of what, my lord?
There's a man over there.
Of course, he's protecting the lantern to make sure no one tries to steal it from you.
A deception with disadvantage.
17's the lowest score. Boy, am I glad I'm super proficient in that.
Thank you for making up for my terrible, terrible rolling.
You see him sort of say, the guard go, but then why is he laying on the ground?
Oh,
I'd say it was
he was instructed to pretend he was dead if someone came in and surprised them. It's
No,
okay, it's okay. These are the people we're waiting for.
He sees like the precise little like twitch over. No one here is competent. Well, bring me the lantern. Why are we walking back into this room if he's got it? He's
You did
protecting
not
it.
take the lantern, did you? Well, I suppose it's a better way to protect it.
It was in the chest in there, but I figured it'd be safer if I
You're right.
held on to it.
Well done.
So you hear
And
the
then-
second guard walk past the star room.
And I'll pull it out. I'm
Just
like,
give it to him.
is this
Open
the...
it.
And I'll walk down with it towards where they are.
He gestures and his bodyguard starts walking over towards you.
How far away is the wizard?
Don't.
If shit goes down, I'm diving for cover.
She goes down, I'm heading
61
for the
feet.
door already.
I'm on the other side, so I can't get out.
It's,
You can
it's
edge towards
quite a
the
large chamber, so by the time you meet the guard, probably about 30 feet. But the guard's between you and him.
Go ahead.
I move to a table with a body near the doorway.
There's
But my
those
lord, over
three.
here, the rot's setting in. We better attend.
There's 3 stone slabs near the front of the door to this entrance to this chamber. So there's both away, and there's bodies there. After all, the zombie. That was where the zombie was working when you first came in.
So I'll sort of call him over and say we need to check the
I'll
rot.
go examine the body. And I'm ready to
Bring your assistant here. We'll need his help.
Are they like clearly undead, or do they clearly look alive?
These guys, them? What? Who?
Me.
Then you
Fireboy
Fireboy's clearly alive.
and his
Fireboy?
minions.
Clearly alive.
Boy!
Okay.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
They look like people. They're just
Fiery people.
Well, one guy just appears slightly on fire.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit on fire. You'll have to excuse me.
I have the vapors.
You do anything? Or is that just the general?
I was just checking to see if turn undead would work.
Yes, the second guard walks beyond you and into the chamber. You see his shield and sword pulled. Judging by his attitude when he walks in the room, he's turned up, pretty much ready for a fight.
Flanking doesn't exist in this system. Damn.
The surprising people does.
Touche.
So you are about 30 feet away from the wizard. The guard in front of you.
I'll open it up and like shine it at the wizard and see if he reacts.
Goes out.
Yes, that's what.
You shine at the wizard. The fires on him get slightly dimmed as before, but they don't come close to going out or anything like that. The guy right in front of you sort of is little bit blinded. Nothing too bad, but you just shined the spotlight right in front of his eyes.
I'll just open it up, set it on the ground, and then back away 10 feet.
Good. Since you made specification, the guard picks it up and walks backwards.
Still left a bomb in it.
Oh, if I had one, I was going to. I was going to be like, I was going to, as
Smoke bomb.
yeah, before I was, if I had like a like any explosive, I was just going to be like, doop, here you go, and then just like,
He steps backwards, you step backwards.
So the guard walks back and hands it over to the priest, and he, or wizard guy, whatever, and he looks it over, closes it, attaches it to his belt.
I will go back up the stairs, pick my things up, like I'll pick up 4 arrows and my bow.
I hope it's all to your liking, my lord.
Seems to be.
Excellent. What is our next task then?
I'll report back to Vanitha, see if she finds this as appropriate decided. At which point, we may have another commission for you. Although, considering what I've seen today, perhaps the Great Lord is not what he used to be.
What was that, Flip? This is my car. Don't you disrespect me here?
My lord, I hope you don't mind, but the matter of payment, how's it to be made?
Oh no.
Power kill.
No.
He just looks at you, then looks off, and they just keep walking.
So you'll send for it?
If your lord properly instructed you, you would already know. He just keeps walking.
Like I told you, his mind is addled. I'm sorry, I'm new to all
One
of
of the
this.
guards for we've already paid.
Oh, I apologise. So when you said you couldn't afford my wages yet?
You're in charge of payments. If you haven't got the money, that's your own problem.
Oh, I forgot to put myself on the payroll. Silly me.
It's your first job in any job.
If I have got my bow yet with 3 arrows,
You know, yeah, he's been walking across like 100 feet to the other end of the room. Like,
I've got to walk in, say, my lord, I'm sorry, but there's something missing from the lantern. And as he turns, I'm just going to shoot him in the face from across the room.
certainly. You say that. That'll get him to turn around. You don't need to roll. Because successful or not, it'll make him turn around.
Is it the necrotic arrow?
Yes, actually, it was going to be.
Cool, so he turns around.
I sprint.
I will get you to roll. No, actually, just make an attack. And you've surprised him, so you count as stealth anyway, whatever it is. Don't give advantage just because you're an assassin. If
Just
you're
for
surprised.
Just
Just
for
for
surprising.
funsies.
Natural 18, I wish that was a 20.
You auto crit as an assassin, don't you? 'Cause he has-
No. Oh, yeah, no, I do auto crit because he hasn't taken his turn in combat yet.
So what's your total to hit?
That's a fucking 23.
Hits.
During this action, I
that
opened
was-
the pail
that
of
was
water
the- that
over
was-
myself.
That was the mage armor and shield calculation that you just did right there.
Mage armor's already up. To see what the plus 5 would have done.
You just hear, fuck. Bucket of water over my head.
He put, he put mage armor up even before turning up to. Before you go. Thought something was up. The last 8 hours, there's no reason for him not to have it up.
Oh, that's good. 20, 26, 27, 30 points of damage.
Does he look mildly miffed at least? Was that the necrotic damage as well?
I don't.
No, it doesn't do a special necrotic.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it was +1, so 31.
Yeah, 31 HP.
No, he looks shocked, surprised, quite hurt.
And
Roll initiative.
Let's see how fast we can run out.
Oh, they're between you guys and the door now.
Well,
We're screwed.
12.
11.
yeah, we are screwed. Oh, I'm screwed.
20 and above.
No.
Nope.
How long did it take him to get to the top of the hill before?
Them.
Yeah, when they went up to look at
About
the
20
others.
minutes.
And would you say they spent 20 minutes up there and then it was 20 minutes back down?
I would say you cleanse an entire body of rot using prestidigitation, which is a spell. You then spend time getting dressed and changed.
That's all light activity. Surely that counts as a short rest.
Nope. You were repeatedly spamming a cantrip to the point where you ruined an entire body with a basic cantrip.
Yeah, you did.
He got a point.
Oh my shit.
So 15 to 20.
16.
No, we're so dead.
I've got this.
10 to 15.
11.
I've got this thing.
I heard 12.
Yep.
11.
And 11.
We are so stoned.
You know what?
How are the 11s, you two?
Yeah, me and Molbath were 11.
Anyone going first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the higher dex.
And
Actually, no, our dex is the same.
I have a 3.
The one who lives.
I can walk away. I'm behind them.
Emharis.
Knee-jerk reaction, just cast sleep straight on the middle guy. For 24 points of HP.
Oh no, I'm going to do maths.
He's hoping I damage that wizard enough.
Yeah.
He's just like, ugh.
There are 3 hit points in it. In favour of you.
Excellent.
Did you roll 78?
No, I rolled 5.
You are a warlock and cast at 2nd level.
So you get 2 more. Oh, 1 more.
It doesn't matter. 'cause
Please tell me you
Yes.
Plus 11.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to get the room because he was basically out. He's quite close to the door at that point.
Yeah. And I
So you guys are actually pretty close to him.
I was
I have 5
Had
hit
the
points.
table ready to go.
from my 80. Like,
You got 5 hit points.
and I'm 80 feet away. Like, the moment I got to the point where I could.
Anyway, I'm going to shoot it. No, you put him to sleep.
That was, yeah, so 35 total HP.
Yeah. So he's asleep. On his turn in the initiative order.
See, why
Roll for sweet dreams.
I need to actually put the guards on because I've got 2.
It's going to be like the quietest battle.
Essios.
Emissos?
Emissos.
Am I within touching district?
He's within 30 feet, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
twice.
I'm going to cure
Yay.
wounds.
It's a
Probably should have
D8.
done that
A
before.
D8, yeah.
Yeah, confident.
So you're all around like,
Plus your spell casting.
Oh,
so that's
nice.
11.
Plus your EF5.
So many hit points.
13.
13, sorry.
Oh,
you
way more hit
anything else?
And then, yeah, stepping back, dripping wet.
Yep.
Were we close enough to him that when he doused himself, he got us?
You wouldn't have been carrying enough water.
Damn it.
Give me a second. I
guess
guess
the hat's drooping now.
spell to. Like, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Kallan.
I'm going to be the druid that gives everybody a wet spot.
Okay, so he's down. There's 2 health and 2 guards left.
Yeah. Both breastplate, shield, flaming sword.
Is there anything I can duck behind for cover?
You did just walk up to me in the face, but we've got the 3 stone slabs there.
I'm 80 feet away, so I feel fairly safe right now.
There are stone slabs.
Yeah, you could probably go 30 feet further away and you'd be behind like the bench in sort of the distance part of the room. Just near the bottom of the stairs.
I'll just kind of come into the corridor, and duck behind the wall if there is a little bit of a curve to it.
Well, you could probably somehow use the edges of the stairs.
Well, what I'll do is I'll fire from where I am. I'll take my shot, and then I'll Nobody's within melee, are they?
No.
All right. Yeah, I'll just take my shot from where I am.
Who are you aiming at?
Who's the biggest, baddest, toughest looking one?
Fire!
Well, one guy,
Emissos.
He's asleep. He's not a threat.
one guy got shot with an arrow and fell asleep, so doesn't look too scary. The other 2 guys look about samey.
All right.
But they look pretty heavily armored. Nah.
Yeah, if I was within 60 feet, I would run up and stab him to death and risk the beating I would get from the other 2. I will fire my arrow at the right one.
Yep.
Is it correct or on the right side? I don't know what happened, but
That's 8, so 13. Problems miss.
Oh yeah, he holds up his shield and
And then I will back the fuck up. And I will hide as my bonus action.
Smart.
Nat 1. Ooh,
Not-
bad. Bad dice.
you hide on the wrong side of the bench.
Like on top of it.
Molbath.
I
Bank on it.
would like to jump over
Jason.
this stone slab to get cover from the 2 guards,
Sure.
and then I'll throw a chill touch on him. 11.
Yeah, similarly. Does Chill Touch have advantage against armor?
I don't believe so, no.
Oh no, I'm thinking Shocking Grasp, that's
Yeah.
fine. So yeah, you throw the Chill Touch, one just once again just hits like center armor and you'll be fine. It's fine. All good. The 2 guards. One of them just sidekicks his boss. Wakes him up. Then they both walk towards you guys. You look like a zombie acting weird.
I've just doused myself with water.
They're probably gonna go up to you.
I'm on the outside of the stone slab behind them.
Yeah.
So they walk past them then.
Well, you guys were near each other.
Yeah,
They haven't seen me do anything yet other than be subservient.
But you cast a spell.
yeah.
That's arguable.
Seriously, like butterflies come out your hand and put him to sleep.
Literally just like.
Did they see that?
Yes.
It's a very dark cave.
Correct. But the important thing
I
is,
coughed while I did it.
the one part of all this whole bullshit ruse that they believed was the fact that he is the Lord of Lance Rock, and therefore your boss.
Well,
I just
I
like
am
the fact
their
that
boss,
the only thing I did was tip a bucket of water over my head and then touch it.
but I was more asking, do they have to walk past Emissos? Because I assume I jumped over the ledge behind him.
No. Emissos, did you move back at all?
Yeah, because he was next to us. That's why
He
I
was
we
next
got
to us, so
water.
all I did was
One
tip
flat.
water.
All you did was tip
Well,
water over yourself?
I assume it's only a small. I
You are-
had to free my hands.
Alright,
So,
one more step forward up to you and swing at you. What's your AC?
13.
Probably not 6.
I was like, you're pretty generous. You rolled a 2 and you're asking for his AC.
4.
1d.
What are the lowest possible AC you can have while you are a living creature?
10.
Well, there's not 8 for zombies.
They're not living.
No,
Well, if you make a
because
character, you could have.
they have minus to their dex, so it's 10 when you've got 0.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You can just take a dump stat dex.
I have, I played negative dex character.
So it's 5. 5 is the lowest you can get.
So one of them walks up to you and swings his sword. Once misses, swings it back, hits you for 7 hit points of damage plus 1 fire damage.
That's the worst type.
I don't know.
Was it
Could be emotional damage.
Wet?
I rolled one of the
Never
dice
heals.
any further anyway.
I think that's cutting words.
So the other one steps up, swings at you, hits for a few more damage. How many points you got?
6.
There you go down. Tink takes a couple steps forward and swings second time at you.
You know, instead of dunking, you probably
this
should
is-
wild shaped.
Yeah. Truedream,
Cool.
you've now heard noise escalate.
Cool. First of all, I am casting Shield of Faith on myself for defense of 20,
Yep.
and I am approaching with my weapon drawn.
With haste?
I don't have haste.
No, I mean with haste.
Oh
Dashing.
yeah, just like quickly going.
So
Just
60
like,
feet around.
no.
So you
Yeah.
get about half of the way there.
She feels like she's screaming across. It's like a slow walk for us.
Emharis.
I have long legs.
Yeah.
The one that just attacked Molbath.
Yep.
Shield of Faith.
It's a handy one.
I cast Eldritch Blast. 14 to hit.
No, once again, just on the shield.
So get your hands off my lord! Why not? We're this deep into the ruse.
Get your hands off my lady.
Priest stands up. You really fucked him over. Have hidden poorly.
He's
Very,
he's planking on the
very
bench,
poorly.
it's fine, no one can see.
Now he's just standing there yelling, I shot the priest!
And now you can't see me, idiots!
But
No,
I did not shoot his deputy.
So he waves his hands around in circles. Some of the fire around him weaves into a small ball in his hand and flings it over at you. Dex save.
Let them.
18.
How many points are you on?
Not enough.
Where was it? 10. Oh, actually, wait, no, that's updated. That's the old one. Woo. Oh, 10.
What's your max hit points?
21.
That's pretty close. But so yeah, the fire, a ball of fire flies across the room and hits you and just detonates. And
I can't wait for that uncanny dodge.
so you dodge to the side, but still catches you. Actually, I rolled more than 20, so hard. Yeah, knocked you down anyway. So
Yeah.
you fly across the room, clothes smouldering.
No, you're good clothes.
Zhentarim just goes, kill them all,
I don't have any.
especially him.
I have.
This is not exactly how I wished it would.
It was us ruining it for a run last time.
Emissos.
Why did season 1 only get to 6 episodes? Death save, I guess.
Natural 20.
Well, you
Natural
go
20. Wild shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get a natural 20, you get 1 hit point.
That's a success.
Just is just enough.
Kill him.
Natural 20. Natural 20. 15.
Molbath.
If we all just pretended and
it's just
cheated, it's probably
managed
way
attack in combat, isn't it?
For range, if you do a range attack, yes.
I will pull out this. Yeah, hopefully it does something cool. Pull out the dagger I picked up, or whatever it's called, the reserved knife.
Yep.
And I'm going to shank him, and then I'll take a second attack with no dagger and shank him again. Blue is off hand. That's murder some people.
Oh god!
The probability of 2 natural 20s.
Please tell me the knife does something special.
I mean, it's
It's Voidy.
Vorpal knife.
It's a +1. It's a
Is that supposed to be a Vorpal knife?
it's a +1 dagger with something else that's not combat relevant.
Oh, alright.
2 natural 20s.
Daggers
know
only do D4 though.
You just stole what we needed.
That's a 4.
It's not.
I
Still not.
have everything to double crit with. Like 1d4 dagger.
Dagger.
6. Oh, I actually have mine. Oh no, finesse, thank god. I have 9 damage on the first hit.
Does that include the +1?
Yeah. And 1 damage on the second hit.
But then we had to crit.
4 damage on the second hit.
I don't do d4. I don't do that little damage with anything I currently have.
And I would like to leg it out of the room.
Sure, Legolas. What's your AC?
I believe it is 16 at the moment. Yep.
So taken by surprise, the guard as you just like is like just shake 2 knives through like gaps in his armor, and just turn around and like run. He's just like what? Swing. True.
Okay, this is an important question before I continue. What is the name of the original necromancer from here? The Lord.
Lord of Landsrock.
You never got his real name.
Okay, Lord of Landsrock.
Lads.
Lance Rock. This is important for what I'm about to do. Walking and moving with haste will I get into the room. Wonderful.
To the door entrance of the room, yeah.
Wonderful. I am going to get up to the entrance of the door and proclaim out loud.
Focus. We're going to break.
Lord of Landsrock, halt. It is the IRS and you are wanted.
You have to tell us what IRS stands for in the fantasy world.
It's the Imperial Revenue Service.
Of course.
Please roll deception. Or no, actually, that's
Is he in debt?
intimidation.
If he's in debt, that should be with a
Can you
bump.
roll intimidation? I think it's going to be. This is
Clearly, he hasn't been paying his employees. She got your complaint.
Where are my wages?
Right, so
Actually, you know what? Just flat, not at a disadvantage.
Oh shit.
You've been talking about how he's not paying and stuff like that. I'm gonna let that count.
I'm not expecting this to work, but I really want it to work.
Even if he misses a turn.
That was almost a 20, but it's a 16 on the die, so we've got a 17. And just in case my defense is 20 right now.
That's
Well,
what
so
we're
you
gonna
call it out. The Lord of Lance Rock is running right towards you. Sorry.
Can I target a spell between the guard attacking him and the wizard?
Probably, yeah.
Second and final cast of sleep for 41 hit points of damage.
Ooh, that's the least.
The wizard.
32 versus... Yeah. The wizard falls asleep again. Well, he's not a wizard.
Now who's the head?
So he just turns around and he's like, oh!
Then my movement speed to chase my brother around, so I get the hell out of there.
Bay, because that's what I've decided to shorten his name to because it's humorous, is asleep.
So cute when Bay's sleeping.
Another pass.
Oh yeah, right.
Over there.
I didn't run then. He's down.
Ah, fuck. That's fair.
Well, I
Fail.
can't see you running, so it's
That sounds
fine.
like a nat one fail.
No, it was just.
You don't have to look caring to the unconscious.
Molbath.
I mean, it's a door.
Yep. Oh, no, you can't. No, you're still a few feet away.
Alright. I will cast Chill Touch at the one standing over him.
Mhm.
Is that the one I stabbed?
No.
I thought he was going to play into my roleplay there. You'll never catch me alive.
I miss, and then I continue legging out the door yelling, I am innocent!
Now, if you were good, you would have yelled, "There he is, get him!"
I think I missed the guards actually acting last round.
No, they shaped him and then hit me.
Yeah, they
No, that was
put
the
him
round
down.
before.
Oh.
Yeah. One's going to turn and chase you, so he'll reach you, but he won't get it. No, you're past her. So he will go and stand over his. He will wake his boss up and then stand in a guarding position over his boss.
I didn't move. Does that mean I get an attack of opportunity if he tries to leave?
That was the one that your brother ran away from.
Yes.
The one
Oh, okay.
because you went over to him.
Yes.
Yeah. So the one that
I was standing with him basically the whole time, just back a little bit.
the one over him will swing at you.
Yeah, he will.
That's 19 and a 20 on the dice.
It's probably fine.
This is
It's fine.
Can't possibly do that much damage.
Fire all around.
Does he have to?
How many hit points you got?
23 total.
God damn.
So it's 10, 20,
It would have been fine if I didn't get hit by that.
24.
Wasn't it fine to go through spell slots?
Like Pac-Man.
The boss wakes up, stands up, looks around, sees the IRS, sees you running. You're
Has he
down,
seen
you're
me?
down, you're
I'm out
down.
the door, you said.
Yeah, but
Running down the corridor.
Right.
yeah, not too bad. Sitting. Well, you guys, to be fair, aren't really a threat at the moment.
No, we're not. We weren't to start with, to be honest.
No.
Turns around and she goes, "Who are you again?"
I am the IRS. I have been searching for the Lord of Lance Rock for 5 years for tax evasion
Then
and
chase him.
underpayment of his staff. His staff are currently in a critical condition, and it is my duty as a member of the IRS to stabilize them
You've
before
lost
I
him.
can continue my duty.
Reaction as I'm unconscious, splitting echoes, but my money.
I'm not gonna lie, that seems pretty appropriate. Even not deception. I mean, make another deception check.
I really hope this works. 19?
He has a little lantern, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Touch was
He's
done.
got no reason to hang around.
Yeah, he just goes, okay. And they start leaving.
Great.
I assume you're not gonna like try to stop them
No,
at this point.
no, I'm sparing the dying, and then I'm gonna go grab grab Molbath by the scruff of his neck after I've spared the dying.
Such a waste of 31 points of damage on one roll.
I know.
Yeah, the fact that he's more than halfway hurt is probably helping with that. Him leaving.
I don't want things to get worse.
So yeah, they've got everything they want here, and only trouble if they keep fighting. Because who the hell are you guys? So they start walking off, which I presume you're running off. How do you try to?
I dash away and then I'm gonna turn around and are they? If I look behind me as I'm dashing away, are they running to catch me or are they just
They're
walking?
being cautious in case you're. Because after all, they do think you're the boss here.
Yeah.
In case you're doing some sort of trap or pulling zombies from somewhere. And
I'm gonna
Trickery.
dash them out of range in the corner, and then next turn I'll move and I'll shoot at the priest.
Sure.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming I miss with a 18.
18. The priest.
He'll shield it if it hits, I assume.
Well, it depends what you're doing.
I'm just casting Chill Touch.
I can't just. So just a flat 18?
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll shoot it.
yeah. And then I just sprint off into the woods.
No, he won't. Because for some reason, because he's a priest, he's not technically a wizard. He just has all the wizard flame swords because he's like fire domain.
Yeah.
He doesn't have shield.
Oh, sweet.
It hits.
I do 4 damage.
He does. No, just kidding.
That would be pretty funny. Do they look like they're about to sprint off me?
No, it looks like they were ready for you to turn around and attack them. So he's going to cast one of his cantrips at you.
Yeah.
Firebolt, specifically.
Not your touch.
No. What's your AC? You would have, I assume...
16. It's still up. If I haven't had time for a rest, it's still up.
Yeah. I assume you're not being an idiot and you're like...
Oh no, I waited till I got around the corner.
Yeah, you did say corner. So... 5th level casting, so 2d10.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, actually, so your AC was 18? 16?
16 plus whatever I get for the color.
No, he's got, yeah, that's still gonna happen. 14 fire damage as you fire the chill touch, and he's sitting there with the flame in his hand, just fires back with the fire.
So it's lucky you healed him.
Yeah.
Alright, I just sprint off into the night.
You give someone 14 health points and they just throw it in the
he's
toilet.
which I think saved him just there because he would have been
13.
double tapped. So yeah, they keep marching down, ready with spells, but you've run.
Yeah.
I'm stabilizing.
What order do you stabilize everyone in?
1,
Can I see if I roll a natural 20 to
2,
wake up?
3.
'Cause I'm
It's gonna
gonna-
take her around to get to you. So you both roll death saves.
Yes!
Oh my god!
I'm up with 1 hit point!
So you're halfway to him, and he just goes.
Now sprint down and kill the dudes.
That is
exactly what I'm going to do, actually.
Oh god!
I'm actually cast Spare the Dying on us.
Well, then she would turn around and cast better than you guys. So
Yeah.
That was what you said you did last round, didn't you? Spare the Dying.
I just asked who was first. That was all.
Oh, okay.
So, if we followed the random combat, I was after Emissos after they took their turn to walk out. If I triple dash, can I make my way to them?
Yes.
Oh no!
I'm going to double dash.
Are you sure you want to engage them in combat?
I'm gonna stay out of sight for the moment. I'm gonna run down, chug a potion on the way.
So it's double dash, yes. They're
Uh,
moving at standard walking pace because they're readying counters, like readying spells every round.
Yeah.
Or here, anyway.
Yep. I'll double dash until they're within sight. So if I see them like down the hall, then I'll just like and then like hide behind the wall.
Roll stealth.
19.
Yeah, you see one of them is basically acting as a rear guard. So it's the priest in front, then a guard behind him, then a guard behind facing backwards, and he doesn't look like he spotted you. These corridors are pretty small, and there are 2 armed guys between you and the priest. They don't look particularly hurt either, and have flaming swords.
I will follow them. I will end my turn hiding from them there currently.
Are you planning on doing anything else other than follow?
I will at some point try and get another shot off.
So what are you doing in the meantime? You've stabilized them.
I'm stabilizing and asking what the fuck
I believe Kallan shot someone in the face while we
you're
were all trying to
disabled,
live.
not conscious.
Yeah, like,
My money.
Stabilizing,
Where's my
asking myself
wages?
what the fuck happened while I drag them into cover so that they wake up in a safe place rather than in whatever is happening here.
So which one of the cave dead ends do you drag them into?
The one near where I was before.
Okay, so you have to head back out towards where he's chasing the guys.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, you can do that.
It's basically just like flick one on each shoulder and just walk over there.
I mean, the star room's on the way, isn't it? With the alcoves. Star-shaped room where
Yeah,
we
that's the
found
way
the
she's
shatters.
yeah.
Yes, that's where I was
Oh, that's where
hiding.
you were? Okay.
Because that room has 3 corridors, and if you haven't got any reason to take the corridor to the chests of that were filled with rocks, you wouldn't go down there. You wouldn't notice someone down there. Basically, your best bet if you are going to get another ambush, assuming you want to ambush while you are only a cave behind you, so you.
Yeah, basically, I was thinking of as they go to leave the cave and head towards whatever horse or anything they go to get on, then I'll start taking shots at them as they start to ride away.
Kill the horse, have them fall off.
I was thinking, oh,
Pick the dog. Alright, so eventually, you see them get on their horses. Just were sort of, they were sort of loose outside because one guy was just holding the reins.
Yeah.
And he let go and came in.
Oh, yeah, so I'll move up to the cave mouth once if I've still got cover, then I'll like take a shot at the wizard if I can see him. And I'll basically hide first, then take a shot.
Yep.
This is where it goes further south.
My stealth roll was 17,
Yes.
and if I'm rolling with advantage because I'm hidden,
You are, yes.
or are they 2 on
No, they don't think anyone's followed them out. But they are paying attention, but it's
Wow.
2 crits.
no 2 7s.
Wow.
So 12.
So yeah, the area. He turns around, looks at the cave entrance. It's another fireball, and that's what he's using.
God damn it!
Dex save. I assume you duck back.
Ooh!
Someone's about to insta that.
Yeah, I think I'm dead.
Depends what you get, because you are going to get a cover bonus or something.
Well, I got a 9. Toasty!
If it's any consolation, I am approaching.
Probably not.
No,
No, I don't think you passed.
Yeah, no, I'm fuck.
Oof.
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 How many hit points from your max again, sorry?
Well, I have 7.
But your maximum.
It is 21.
20.
So you have to do 28 damage.
So this 27. That's 5 over. Throws in a fireball and just detonates.
So it was.
Oh, I don't need to do that.
You got
Yeah,
7
so-
HP, you're fine.
Yeah.
32.
Oh, 32? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm dead. I'm
gone.
out.
It's alright, we're in a necromancer's cave. We'll bring you back.
Toasted.
But it's time to bring back. He's hosted. He literally just goes.
Look at that.
No, but he burns slowly.
Oh, come on, let him just go.
Yeah, so you just get nuked.
Yep. That's fair.
And they turn it right off.
I brought it on myself.
You really did bomb the word go.
Hey, I'm trying to do my job.
No one asked you to kill him.
Hey, it's an alternate cult, you know? Zhentarim don't appreciate.
You're an assassin. You're probably part of a cult.
Yeah, the
Truedream,
Zhentarim.
Truedream watches him go poof. Truedream's just like, I can't spend a dime. And then just keeps walking to find Molbath.
Oh, I'm gone. I'm like 20 minutes into the forest.
Lord of Lancerock, this is the IRS. Come back here.
We are going to take our break there.
You've got 10 minutes to roll up a new character.
So we'll see you in 15 minutes.
You're
Oh, dear.
there now. work it in. We'll work it in.
Hello, welcome back, everyone.
Except for Kallan.
Except for Kallan.
He's alive in spirit.
No, he's not.
Even his spirit was cremated with that.
Wait,
He's already been forgotten about.
Wait till he comes back as a revenant.
He was pre-cremated. Cremated.
Permeated.
So you guys probably noticed we add down a player or a player character. The player's still here.
Anthony actually burnt up. Right.
This is his twin, Banthony.
It's short for bad Anthony, so watch out.
Hey, anyone got like a fake mustache?
Just shave that, let's get the goatee.
Put a mustache on your finger. Yeah, do it.
So
Wait, I'm
he is rolling up
left-handed.
another character. We'll work that in. You guys hear a detonation.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they're unconscious.
What detonation? I feel comfortably
I see
warm.
it
Three
in
of us
front of
just
my
like curled up in the
face.
corner.
Yeah.
I see it in front of my face. There we go.
I'm hiding on the ground.
And then,
Turns out she's done a dirty Sanchez.
I am still very much unconscious.
What's that smell?
I curl up under a tree and start a short rest.
once they're like well and
eaten by
truly
bear.
gone, I'm just like,
Oh,
Molbath! What the hell?
no response.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
He's like out in the forest asleep under a tree.
I'm way gone.
You don't.
When he doesn't come back, I'm just gonna be like, I'm going to assume he's dead. And then just walk back to the others and just kind of like drag them back out the front.
Molbath, just follow the brown streak that he would have left on the ground. Shit.
So,
Still the blood.
and how it happens, you have a short rest. You guys can roll hit dice.
Yay.
Is there a character sheet around here I can borrow?
No, but
Just right at the top of your one. You don't need it anymore.
No, I think I'd get murdered.
I believe so.
That's right, I'll just...
Steal some blank paper to write the stats
I'm
down.
rolling d8s.
Because you're a cheer.
So we're
I was like,
rolling
man,
for
that's a lot of hit points. That's way more than I have.
11.
How many do we roll? One per level? Or...
As many as you want, and you can roll them one at a time.
So you get one per level.
Oh, okay.
Kind of 8, I'm gonna go.
And you'll have d10,
Okay. Oh, okay, cool.
I believe.
Druid.
I don't need to worry about rolling health.
Yeah.
So on the first page usually.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was on full health because my spell that actually managed to go off eventually was
Oh, you
fine.
mean when you failed to
Yeah,
help the fighting?
Yeah, because everyone walked off
So you got
last
8,
week
4, and
before
8.
I could.
No, I mean now. You help the fighting.
3.
Maybe if people didn't
And resolving
stop.
Callum's death, that's gonna be on your conscience forever.
Why am I
I don't think it
outside?
will actually.
Yeah.
Molbath, what happened?
11.
Molbath?
He's not here.
I'll give you another 10 hit points.
Oh, no, that's fine. Thank you.
He is
Where
not
is
here.
my brother?
I do not know. He is gone.
Sweet.
Sounds like him.
Also, Kallan is dead.
What?
I watched it happen. I assume he attempted to do something to the fireman as he was leaving. Then he went
He's
and turned into dust.
dead and gone.
Yes.
And his body's gone.
I point to the dust patch on the ground.
It's still slightly on fire. And just looking at this chamber, well, the fireball spell has a 20-foot radius. This chamber's like 20 foot by 20 foot. So it's just like the whole edge of the chamber's like still crackling. Just a couple of bits of dead trees that are on fire. There was a dead body. Oh no, the dead body got taken out, but the ground's still warm, scorch marks everywhere, smouldering body.
I just point.
By the gods, what have we done? How did we let it come to this?
I don't know, but I assume it was all oof.
I take off my hat. Jingle, jingle.
That's why I don't roll stats. 11, 9, 12, 12, 10, 8.
Yoink.
You can reroll them. I
You are the
I'm
most
normally-
average of characters.
I'm normally not a fan of that, but those ones you can reroll.
This is why I never roll them, because I'm shocking at it. My dice are cursed.
Can we perhaps do a ritual for him?
Here, use these ones. They're weighted.
Oh!
I think that is a good idea, yes.
Do you know anywhere he liked that we could
I say that mockingly
take
and
what's
then roll
left?
an 18. Sorry.
I think he
16.
liked the sea.
Is there an ocean nearby?
Nope.
There's a lake not far. Perhaps that's the best place.
I'm sure it will do.
I go with a front dustpan or a broom.
The biggest water body nearby.
Well, we're attacked, I think.
Oh no, like the Desserin River itself is like half a mile wide at some points. At the stone bridge, which is actually on the way to Beliad, it's like the river itself is 2 miles. It's a mile and a half wide. The bridge itself is 2 miles long and like half a mile high.
How long will it take?
It's
us
like
to get
3
there?
times the size of the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
How long will it take us to get there on horse from here?
I have no idea how long it takes to travel.
I mean, you're the DM, so you do.
You can also just
kind of the
make
rule.
it up.
I'm going to guess the towns are probably at least about a day apart because that makes sense. So 2 days.
Sweeping up the remains, do I come across any?
Oh yeah, you find everything metal. So you find like a bunch of daggers.
Gold.
You find his backpack. It has like 100 and something gold in it.
130.
130 gold, 76 silver, 99 copper.
How much?
As well as
130
my
gold,
thieves' tools and my
76
entire, like,
99 copper.
basically thieves' kit.
You also find a bit of obsidian that feels like it has an odd to it.
I don't know, start playing with that.
Sure. Roll intelligence.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No.
1. Throw it over my shoulder.
Stupid mark.
Yeah, it seems to rotate and stuff on itself. But you're like, man, whatever.
Do I hit Cody? Do I hit
Roll with dex.
17?
Yes. A bit of obsidian goes.
I was going to smash in the head.
What was that?
Stupid rock thing that he had.
A rock thing. I'll pick it up and look at it.
I'm gonna like pick up Kallan's body somewhat gingerly and put it in the cart.
Yep.
I come strolling out
Kind
of
of
this now.
like gingerly do it so it doesn't fall apart too hard, and like
You
pat
get
out
most of him.
pat out any fires. Just kind of like pop it in there so we can take it for a nice burial.
Roll intelligence check.
Nice. This is nice.
Why do you keep a d20 out?
Why? Because I'm an idiot, obviously. 16.
This appears to be some sort of, as you play around with it a bit, appears to be some sort of puzzle box.
Very strange. Seems to be something inside. I'll keep working on this as we move.
I come out of the woods now. Oh, you're still alive.
Not
Very
all of
well.
us.
Let's go.
Helen is dead.
I guess we can't save all the new people. Let's go.
That is a bit callous.
I barely knew the man.
I would think for a necromancer you would care more about the dead. Apparently not.
He did save our lives more than once in the short time we knew him.
Well, if you still have the body later, I'll bring him back. Let's go.
You really cannot.
And I point inside the caravan.
I could always use a hot skeleton.
We are going to go bury him. It is morally right.
He's one of us.
Morally
Wow.
right, says the cleric of Bane.
As a neutral character, I'm like, yeah, we don't need it. Let's just dump his body here.
And you've got another true
Neutral or evil?
Technically, this is the only true one because his alignment matches.
Like, neutral would be like, that seems like a reasonable thing to do, let's bury him. Evil would be like, just dump his body, we'll step on it on the way through.
I'm done being out here. We've been almost murdered like 4 times. Let's get the fuck out.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to the river passing.
If we are to abandon his body here, I will abandon yours here too. Get in the cart and we are leaving.
I don't like this.
Sits on his head.
Let's get a new meat puppet. And replace this one.
Metagaming, I think we are, sir.
I still have to break your leg in your sleeve at some point.
So you guys start to travel
Goliath does not forget.
away from from Lance Rock. You sort of loop around Red Larch a bit and start heading up to Westbridge. Nick, can you roll me a d20, please?
2.
You all have a long rest as you start to travel.
Yep.
So you get all your spells back, stuff like that. You sort of, once you reach the top of the Somber Hills, you loop around the edge and take a shortcut across to the Stone Trail. And start heading down the Stone Trail.
Can I swap one out for one that's in the...
The book I am reading.
Yep, I know which one it was. It was the ice knife.
You can. Do you happen to have that written down on a piece of card or something?
I do.
I reckon I took a picture of it, so it's good to go.
Alright.
You travel.
Nope. Shut up, phone.
Not looking very much.
No.
For a while, and you eventually see a giant stone bridge in front of you. But giant, I mean, it's 2 miles long, so that's what, 6, nearly 7 kilometres
So
long.
big-ish.
Yeah, once again, this thing dwarfs the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It's 400 feet high. There's a picture.
I should probably just turn the sound up at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Ooh.
So, no guard railings or anything like that.
Of course, it's peak science fiction safety pets.
Maybe we should just go down to the riverside.
That is what I had intended.
Why don't we just use the bridge?
We are burying him. I am not throwing him off the side of the bridge. That is
I mean, it's a nice funeral.
disrespectful.
You can go live in the water.
If I am throwing him off the bridge, I throw you off the bridge too.
You're a very weird being, cleric.
Have you known many?
A few.
I've never met one before.
See, you're not really caring. So you're proficient in history?
Yes.
Do you want to roll?
That is 24.
So this is on one of these pieces of paper.
I think this is on one of these pieces of paper.
So you find the right piece of paper and look at it. This is a sacred site for the dwarves. At one point, the god Moradin appeared on top of it to rally the dwarves of the Ironstar clan against a horde of orcs. Lot of famous dwarves stuff around this bridge. Not going through it all. Yes. A lot of it was built to connect various parts of the dwarven realm of Basimila, which was a large underground dwarven kingdom that fell thousands of years ago in this area. But their passageways and all the like were under, or all this under hills. Yeah. So it's a sacred site. A lot of dwarves take pilgrimages here.
Perhaps we should move further downstream away from their sacred site.
That is probably wise.
So I guess we'll hitch the horses and we'll start heading down on foot.
Yep. So you head down to the water's edge
Carefully carry the body like wrapped up.
and you find a spot sort of in the shade of the bridge itself. The water's flowing wide and quick here.
Can we find a tree?
Oh, there will be trees around, yes.
Perhaps we should bury him under the tree and leave a message in his memory.
I think that is an excellent idea.
I'll gently put the body down near a nice tree and then just start digging. I don't have digging tools.
You got giant meat claws.
I can use the javelin to just start picking.
Yeah.
The principle of like picking and tilling away some ground so I can move it away with my hands.
Move it all. Yeah, and you've got like daggers.
Oh, I've got my shield.
Shield,
I
yeah.
can just like scoop.
No, we have a plethora of Kallan daggers that we can use to dig with.
We do have a giant pet on hand.
I have how many javelins do I have? I had a lot. I have 14 javelins. I can till the ground.
I was going to say, as you start digging, a giant
Not like
rat
super
appears
quick,
next to
but
you,
it's
starting to
a giant
harrow
rat.
through the dirt.
How much
much
danger would
quicker.
it be if I just waded into it to like waist height?
You die.
You may be fast.
Oh, you
but
do
I'm
waist height?
quick.
That's extreme.
Molbath picks it up by the tail, uses it like a rotary hoe. In and out.
Like,
It'd probably be like a lot of similar wide rivers that there's the bank and it would go down fairly steeply. What's your nature skill? Are you trained?
no. I don't
Safe.
think
Don't have water.
Stupid water.
so. I
Don't
will
worry about
approach the
bronze.
edge
You
of
are
it,
not aware of any potential dangers.
and I'm just gonna fling a sleep spell in there and see if any fish pop up.
You realise fish swim in their sleep, right?
Please roll
Yeah, but they'll float
how
up.
many hit points
They
you
don't.
fall asleep.
They just keep going.
Yeah, they keep swimming.
Well, clearly, as a medieval person, I noticed from my science class.
I mean, if
You are safe.
you've ever fished, you would.
Yeah, they float to the top because the earth is flat, so there's no curvature.
The seas are stopped. They're full and slow.
24.
One of my daggers
I mean, 34.
in Elvish, written on the side of it, says Crimson Tail.
Crimson Tail.
Oh, I do it far enough away so it can't hit me. Obviously.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I yeet my dirty javelin at him so it falls in the water?
Well,
With the
I
back
think
end.
you're busy.
I am. Yeah.
So you
Nothing special about it. Just
No,
normal dagger.
nothing. It's nicer than all my other daggers.
yeah,
The
you
gold filigree on it.
cast it. You feel the spell take effect on some things.
Oh, that didn't work.
Crimson Tail is in rat tail or is in fairy tail?
You're like,
IL or LE?
I was like, wait, fairy tale was a show.
No.
Isn't that still,
Yep.
still with the same tail? But yeah, it's
Eventually,
like rat tail.
the grave is ready.
I'm going to open up the blanket and just gently take the pieces out and lay them nicely so it more or less matches.
You put him in.
And then just start doing my Golkar blessings as I fill in the dirt.
I'll kneel down and wait for her to finish watching.
Eventually, you finish. A couple of hours go past as you do it with all sort of care and stately precision.
I take a short rest as I read all the things from that rations while they work.
I want to drown him in that water so bad.
Did you tell us about the
I'm
dagger
gonna
that you
break his
found?
legs first. But I'm gonna drown him.
Yeah, I'll mention to the group that he had a dagger, an elvish, pretty dagger, just as Crimson Tail down it.
Perhaps we should leave it as a marker.
That is an excellent idea. It can be the headstone.
I kind of like.
Perhaps we could put it in the tree with the message.
That will hurt the tree.
I kind of just like jab it, not into where the head is, above. So it's like a proper tombstone head.
Molbath gives you a bit of a push and moves forward a bit.
Roll history.
14.
You were sorry you weren't that famous.
Yeah, that's right.
At level 3.
Level 1.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of
Yep.
like leave it there so it's like a nice headstone.
So you've buried the part that says Crimson Tail on it. So no one knows who it
Probably a
is.
good thing.
Yeah, it's fine. Because that's what'll easily go into the ground and the handle sticks up so it's like a nice little headstone. Perfect.
Eventually, you are done.
I take some red cloth out of my bag and tie it on so it sort of strains a little bit like a flag.
I think this will be an excellent burial site for him.
Yes.
And just as we leave, in Kallan's memory, I try to steal it stealthily.
Roll sleight of hand.
I'm gonna break your legs and drown you in that water too.
I mean, I wasn't that close, but
8.
In Callan's memory, you do what Callan would have done.
And
You do it
fail.
poorly. I wouldn't say it was harsh, but the first five will hit you on the stealth natural one.
yeah.
Yeah. So you guys start headed back to the road. Or we turn around and look, and your half-elf friend has a red string out of his pockets.
Well, I was going to say, like, I bend over, pick it up, your headbutt is straight into
Into the
Goliath.
tree. Into the tree.
Put it back.
Okay, put it
Put it
back.
back. I'm very much the mother of this group.
I just take a moment to grace and say, "You're a new friend, but a friend. Rest well, Kallan." And turn and walk up the hill.
So you start crossing the stone bridge. As you go further and further, you see that there are a couple of people with that are just sort of standing in the middle of looking out across the water. Next to them are a couple of hippogriffins. They're wearing dark blue armor, sort of white cloaks behind them. So they're both wearing a fair amount of armor. With their helmets off, just letting their long hair sort of blow in the breeze. There's quite a lot of crosswind up here.
I put away my nice risque book that I picked up before.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
No mish what?
I'm not sure. Let me read a phrase from it. What does it say?
It says, so he tied the 7 gnomes up.
I just look over the
For
shoulder.
some reason, their clothes had all been burnt away. One of them was hopping around with a boot.
It appears to be called 50 Shades of Gnome.
I look over your shoulder. You are reading pornography, and I just lean back away again.
And the one line you read, it says, "I'm not a gnome. I'm a sparkling midget." Now stop making references to the Sunday game.
That was a great
One of
point.
the best lines you've ever come up with. I'm not taking it for that one.
Probably the best.
Yes. Yeah, okay, so yeah, as you approach these guys, one of them turns around. Well met, travellers.
Well met, sirs. What brings you out here then?
Letting our fine beasts rest for a moment.
The long bridge.
Yes. Well, more from the storm that's coming.
Oh, so are we going the wrong way then?
No, it should be fine. We'll pass in about an hour.
Oh.
The skies are completely clear.
Maybe a strange question. You haven't come across an abandoned caravan at all, have you, in your travels?
Abandoned caravan.
Or maybe even not abandoned. Perhaps held up in some way.
I've seen plenty of caravans. Some of them are attacked. But we do try to protect the caravans as we see. It's our holy duty as Knights of the Feathergale Society.
Does anyone remember the details of the one we're looking for? Who was it again?
I just start describing the details of the caravan headed for Red Lodge.
Yes. You don't have a huge amount. It's just a large caravan from Mirabar. A lot of important people together in order for safety. The fact that it got attacked and went missing is quite surprising, as it was so large and well armoured. It reached Beliad, but didn't reach its next destination, which was Red Lodge. Well, they say it was days overdue, which is only a couple of days' travel, and it's days overdue.
Curiosity's gotten the better of me. I'm getting right up in the face of the hippogriff.
Roll animal handling.
Sorry?
Roll animal handling.
If it kicks you off this bridge.
You're gonna die too.
At least we've got a
19.
burial space ready.
So you walk up to it, sort of shuffles a bit and takes a bit more of a cautious posture, sitting down and resting.
Yeah.
One of the knight turns around and goes, most people that approach lose their face.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. It's all about how you approach them. Without fear like you, sir.
Curious beasts. Never seen them in my parts.
Hippogriffs, great beast to travel the skies. Like a griffin, but, well, not as difficult to both breed and train.
I mean, I assume it's a healthy looking animal.
Yes.
It's in its finest condition.
As far as you've never seen one, so...
Yeah, well, but, like...
It doesn't look starving.
Yeah, but it looks,
It looks
attractive
better
and
fed than
muscular.
they do. They both look pretty, actually, thin
Okay.
when you look at them compared to it.
Yeah.
Humans.
Yeah.
But
Humans are small.
I'm just going to, keep doing what I do. Fascinating creature. Poking around it. Poking it.
yeah. I mean, gave it tight. No.
So this caravan that you mentioned, you haven't seen anything like it?
Roll persuasion.
That is 23.
Sort of look at each other and the other one picks up and goes, there was a place just south of Beliad, probably about 15 miles. We steered clear. We saw some giant vultures in the lake sweeping around.
That's not a good sign.
No, I don't know if it's your caravan, but certainly a sign of dead people. Or dead
Yes.
things, at least. It was too many for the natural death.
It would be worthwhile to check regardless.
So that's not the sort of thing you would generally investigate then?
Oh, it depends what they do. At the moment, we've been hunting manticore.
No. Well, I suppose we can go have a look. If it's not what we're looking for, then perhaps somewhere else we can help out.
Yes.
Of course.
Well, good luck with your hunt.
Oh, thank you. We're headed back now to the spire, but out of curiosity, any of you want to stay up here for the breeze that will be coming through?
Are we going to get blown off the bridge?
Only if you're particularly weak.
Let me check my strength stat.
I lift the wing of the hippogriff and flatten it around.
You do that as well.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going
like
to a
take
point
the swing
where...
out of you.
Well, I suppose if the vultures are circling, there's no harm in taking a little bit longer. I could do with a break.
It would be fascinating to observe.
The hunt. So, you point in. There are clouds now that are starting to come from. Well, appears to be almost from nowhere.
I just point to the storm clouds forming.
Are they magical?
I know that's a question to them, but if you're a roll Arcana,
Boy, do I. That is a big old 11.
you don't know.
Do I know? Because I was asking the question.
Yes. No, but there is some very strange weather up here.
Yes. Have you heard about the green lightning?
Oh, down at Lance Rock.
Yes. Any idea what that is? We saw it. I've never seen anything like it.
It's a bit difficult to fly into an area to investigate when lightning is being pulled from the sky.
Yes.
That does make a lot of sense.
We investigated on foot, so I think we were fairly safe. We survived anyway.
Yes.
Ish.
Very important.
Survived.
Jingling hat comes off again.
Survive dish. Survive dish.
Well, if any of you don't wish to stay up here for the storm, you probably should keep moving this, which may take some time for you to reach the other end of.
I haven't stopped moving this entire time.
So you just get going.
I guess I hopped off.
Oh, I was hoping you would stay so I could throw you into the river.
Like, it was a win!
I have to murder the Goliath, guys.
Wow, you so you keep moving. Who's staying? Who's
Bane will
going?
murder
I'm
you in
staying.
your sleep.
No, Bane will be happy.
And I'll tell you, you should stay. This will be something interesting, I'm sure. Especially if these gentlemen want us to see it.
Yep. Oh, I got fascinating beasts captivating me. Like, I'm not even listening to you guys.
You're just going, yep, yep. Sounds good. Yep, sure. Cool. Yep, no worries.
Yep,
Cool.
yep.
Can I have all your money? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. There's
Yep,
literally
nothing, yep.
So
just hand you my whole pack. Help
So I
myself.
just sit down on the edge,
Yeah,
my
this-
legs hanging off.
the storm starts coming closer and closer. The hippogriffs fly off. Doesn't look like they're about to stay here during the storm.
They'll get wet. They don't want to get wet. They're smart.
As
And
the
then
hippogriffs fly off, there's a storm coming. Should we be hanging around here?
I think so. I don't know. I think it's too late now.
you see them both take brace positions. They're wearing scale mail and they sort of brace their weights quite low in this heavy armor. You're sitting with your legs over the edge.
I will brace like they are. Prepared.
I'll grip the edge as well after seeing that.
Doing anything?
I'm going to stand downwind of the Goliath.
Just behind.
Right, just behind. Yeah, literally, just stand there casually.
You just kind of
The
hide.
wind shall pass.
You just kind of like hide yourself a little bit under my shield, so you like a bit of cover all the way around.
Hanging onto your shield, which is all good till you use it as a windbreak.
So can everyone please make a strength check? Actually, it'll be an athletics check if you have athletics. If you have
I do.
brace, which is everyone but Essios,
I do
I
have
think they're
athletics.
roll with advantage.
Nat 20.
So that's what happens when your legs hang over the side.
Also nat 20.
15.
So
I have 24.
I have 19 with a nat 20.
so the wind picks up. You're sort of seated down. So you get pushed back, but you get held in spot. You brace quite well. With
Yeah.
A lot of the actual blistering force of this like gale force winds come through is protected
Yeah.
by this giant beak in front of you. You just brace solidly. A few times you see the two knights slide back a bit and then have to step forward and push into the wind.
Being a Goliath, you're standing with your hands in your pocket, like, when's the wind coming? I can break wind harder than this.
Compared to the
Go on then.
compared to the mountains.
I don't want her to prove it. I'm standing behind her. Boom! Off I go.
But yeah, the wind comes through. It comes very quick, but after a fairly short amount of time, only like 20 minutes, it starts dying back down again. After some time, the knights turn around as it's starting to reach the end of this storm, and the hair's sort of flicking in the wind and give you a sort of a real sort of nod of respect. Lesser one to you guys.
I also got that 20, thank you very much.
You still didn't get 20 though.
Not the point.
Roman speaks up and shouting a bit. Very well done, very well done. You're clearly at home in the air. If you ever wish to join us at the Spire for one of our magical hunts, you're more than welcome to, all of you.
I may perhaps take you up on that one day.
So this for you is training then for the wind currents up there.
It's a bit of fun more than anything.
What happens if you fall off the back?
You try harder.
You might not have a chance to try harder if you fall off the back of here.
That is why you try harder.
Yes, there is that, and of course, knowing how to feather fall.
Ah, yes. Oh, I should have let that.
Of course, being able to swim at the bottom, wearing the arm is a different story entirely.
Yes, I imagine so. How deep is it down there? Any ideas?
Too deep. Too deep.
Especially with armour.
But,
Too far to swim as well by the looks of it.
definitely, well, it's Feathergale Spire is it's just northeast of Red Larch. So quite a way southwest from here. Feel free to join anytime.
Well, I'm sure we'll come and visit. Do we need to say anything to get in? Is it restricted? Should we say that you sent us?
That would be a good idea. I'll tell you my name in just a minute.
I'm glad I asked. That could have ended badly. I wonder if my brother's dead yet.
I'm
Possibly.
gladly reading my book.
Fingers crossed.
Possibly.
I mean,
I agree with his sentiment.
Which sentiment is that?
His one.
Savra.
Savra.
Well, Sir Bill Barantha. Why can't they have normal names?
Savra, you say?
Savra.
I'm Emharis.
Pleasure to meet you.
and I am Emissos.
I am true.
Not that he cares.
Not that anyone
I am
cares.
Truedream.
Well, very pleased to meet you all.
Well, no, actually, she'd be like,
I am Darthy Truedream Anacalather of the Mountain Goliaths. But you may call me Truedream.
Well, Dunny Gillette.
I was going to say, at what point did the Griffiths return?
Truedream, yes, of course. Hippogriffs.
So I was going to say, if my introduction is why they returned, it'd be like, I am... No.
They return about just in time for that. And, yeah. Well, if that's your name, it's not a big clear.
Just not even paying attention.
We like to consider ourselves benefactors of this area, protectors of it all. So, if you ever wish to visit us, both for the hunt with these flying beasts, or if you're interested in helping out the people for information, then you're more than welcome to.
Very well, we will see you there. Thank you, Savra. Nice to meet you.
So, I'll get on the backs of the hippogriffs and fly off. Does a
them.
barrel roll.
I love them already.
I look around and I'm like, I guess we're walking then.
One.
What happened to the two horses on the bridge?
They fly off.
They followed.
Did they?
Well, your horses and cart. Well, if you took the cart, the horses.
I assume they're not tied to it.
No, but they are packing
No.
horses.
And they're also smart enough not to stay in the presence of a storm.
I mean, I don't think they're
Griffs.
smart enough to know the storm's coming.
I think horses would probably get away from hippogriffs as well if they had the chance.
But I rode past them first.
Yeah, so if we were going, keep going.
It's only be trained in nature.
No.
Hopefully it's real.
Yeah.
No. -2.
No.
I've got +3, but I'm
Are
not
you trained in it though?
Okay.
Nope.
So you guys reach the other end. Where are you waiting for?
Then the bridge, I guess.
Yeah. So the bridge just comes down. It's more about engineering. It's just like a solid bit of rock that goes. Whee! Really quite a marvel. And you head down the end and on your feet, and eventually see your brother there.
Hello again.
Hello. Did you have fun?
Yes,
still
actually.
alive.
I mean, it was interesting. We got invited back to the Spire with the Griffin Knights.
No.
They have
Could be
Griffins.
interesting.
Hippogriffs.
Hippogriffins.
specifically.
Hippogriffins.
They're griffins crossed with hippos. Sight to behold. They wallow in shallow waters.
Tiny
And in
wings.
air.
It was fascinating. It was a shame you missed it. It would have been funny to see you blow off in the storm.
How's your book going?
Very good.
Did you appreciate the alone time then? Anyway, the knights told us there was vultures circling to the south below here. If we followed along, it may be our caravan.
Alright.
Let's investigate.
So
I get the coconuts.
you
out.
are only like an hour and a half from Beliad, and it's starting to get late in the afternoon. So
We should get ready for night.
from where you describe where the vultures are, you'd be going straight through like High Mountain, whereas there's a path, as far as you've seen on maps, south of Beliad. So it would actually make sense to go through there anyway.
Well, we'll stop for the night and continue in the morning, I think. It's been a long day for us all.
Perhaps we can ask the Zhentarim for more reinforcement. Use some more competent meat sacks.
And if you're lucky, there might have been someone already there asking around.
Let's hope.
That would
Maybe
be
not.
convenient.
It depends how fast you can roll up a character sheet, I suppose.
Yes.
He's getting there. He's nearly done.
I still didn't roll very well, but I've decided to go with these ones.
Cool.
13, 10, 13, 6, 15, 12. So,
It's better than some.
yeah.
So we head into the village. Is it bigger than Red Lodge?
I'd say it's probably smaller.
Okay.
It's not particularly clear. It's larger, but it's a smaller scale, like smaller town.
Are we more welcome in the inn here?
Well, depends on what you say as you open your big mouth. Beliad seems to be a town that is surrounded by orchards and large cattle ranches. It's actually quite a small town in the middle, but there are farming
town.
basically stockyards and warehouses and the like around. So it takes up more geographical area, but
Less
it's a much
populated.
smaller, less populated. And
Spread out.
yeah, basically the centre of the town is the Watchful Night Inn. Night spelled with a K.
I think I see an inn ahead.
Wonderful. We should rest for the night.
Yes, let's pull the cart up.
So you see the sign that says there's just a picture of typical inn symbols of like sleep, like not like ZZZ, but like the moon and a pillow, and but next to it is like a very poorly drawn suit of armor. You heading inside?
Stop for a minute outside. I do love these
Interesting.
farming villages. You can hear the crickets at night. And the cows.
Date night in the village.
Oh, Jesus.
What is that Goliath doing in the cattle yard? That is filthy. Let's get inside.
I feel personally attacked by this relatable content.
It's relatable.
Was it you? Did
Well, I mean, how many
run
guys
from
are in the
cow?
city? There's only one.
At least two now, if that's not true.
So you walk in.
No, that's a cow.
There are a number of ranches and the like around. There are also travellers here. The young woman walks over. Welcome to the Watchful Night.
Thank you.
Here to eat and drink.
Yes, and stay if we can.
Excellent. We have some rooms available.
Excellent.
Do we have somewhere that we may keep the cart and horses?
Just around the back if you're looking for a place to keep your horse and cart.
Wonderful.
We're looking to buy one, actually.
No, we don't sell them, I'm afraid. Red Larch is your best bet. There are about 3 different wagoners there.
Oh,
They're known for actually to be some of the best wheeling wainwrights in the area.
well, I've just come from there, but we might not be headed that way for a little while.
No, of course. Which path did you take? Did you come via Summit Hall?
We came across the bridge.
Oh, so we went through West Bridge. Okay.
Yes, just in time for the storm. Almost got blown off.
We didn't see a storm.
Seemed to have
I've been
just
inside, maybe.
It was a quick passing tropical storm.
Okay. Yeah, it's a weird experience. We're not in the tropics. I keep on telling everyone the climate's changing, but others are denying it. Very hot.
They are very insular people who do not travel.
I tell you what, when I went to the far north, a lot of those ice caps were melting.
What's an ice cap?
It's the top of a very large iceberg.
What's an iceberg?
It's a large body of ice, frozen water. Yes, I thought that would be your next question.
Politically driven D&D people.
What's frozen water?
It
Are you kidding? I was going to say an ice cap is like a nightcap,
it
but
becomes
cold.
solid.
She rolled a 2 on her intelligence check.
Is she really impressed by me, or is she like, you're an idiot?
I think Tommy Kruger's going to take over here. She goes, okay. Do you need? What would you like to eat or drink? We have.
Just iced tea.
No, we have steaks and ale. Actually, we recently got some nice brandy in.
Frozen margaritas?
Well, it's not brandy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, sorry, you don't know about ice.
Steak and ale would be lovely. Also, drugs are bad. You should not.
I was going to say, pull out a crack pipe.
I couldn't even do it with a fully straight face.
I do recommend the brandy though.
Very well. Emissos, your shout.
Okay. I reach into the party funds. I grab just that fistful of coins. Is that enough?
She takes like the right amount.
Damn honest people.
He is still learning money. Give him time.
Yes.
We've been through this on stream before.
Still learning money. I once had a guy who came through and he wanted to pay me with a knife. That's not how robberies go.
Yeah.
So the town guard killed him because he was trying to rob us all. So
That sounds fair.
that does sound appropriate in my opinion.
I get them to fill up my pot. And then you'll start making tea.
So what'd she take?
Not like a handful of stuff. I think your daily expenses each is about like 2 gold, so
Yeah.
$8 worth. Unless anyone has a naval background, then it's like 20.
Someone's about to tell us
about.
I have a false normal background, does that count?
It's been 3 gold.
So
I was married to the chieftain once. Does that count?
Depends on the chieftain.
so yeah, some steaks get brought out.
Word the dragon.
Some brandies get brought out. Apart from that, yeah, it's just a bunch of people hanging about, minding their own business.
They were.
I sit in the corner and read my book and drink my tea until my food comes.
He's really into that pornography.
It's a good book.
Apparently.
Hey, Emissos, remember the last tavern?
Yeah.
Do not repeat it, or I will break your legs, both of you.
I don't have legs. Joke's on you.
Do you guys ever tell her what the full story there was?
No, we wouldn't have. We've been chasing
She knows it's their fault.
That's fair.
I'll take one of your gold pieces, like, gold piece if you do it.
Being a good companion, fold the gold piece in his hand, hold my things.
He's just going to the toilet.
I need to relieve oneself.
A lot of brandy's been consumed.
This drunk rat comes in the back door. Yeah,
Comes that guy and breaking the ration.
The brandy is potent, but not very good.
but not very good. Oh, okay. Then I won't.
Just the right brandy.
Yeah, I'm going to go outside and have a look around the building.
Sure. You do. This would be fairly standard country. Yeah.
Yep. Is the back door open?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? I'll poke my head in, have a look.
Your head or your head?
No, just my normal head.
Just your normal Emissos head.
Emissos head.
Yeah, there's an older guy there just working on your steaks at the moment.
Yeah.
He's just watching him cook.
Not much at stake.
Yeah.
Steaks have never been higher.
How did you guys order your steaks?
Rare.
Rare.
As rare as possible.
As well done as they could make it.
So there's 3 that are looking pretty well done and 1 is pretty charcoal at the moment.
Alright. Rat time. I'm going to take a few steps back, get into cover, and...
I'm going to break
Do a
this
rat.
rat in half.
And I'm going to go,
Party members.
rather than making chaos in the kitchen this time. I'm just going to go straight through it. As fast as
behind the
possible.
cook.
Yeah, basically run behind the cook.
Yep.
As I get to the door of the front bar, knowing where our table of friends are, I am going to run straight at the table of friends, jump up onto the table, jump off of Molbath's head, and then go for the front door.
I'm gonna throw a knife at him.
I was gonna say I want to grab him and just break him in half.
21.
21.
I nail you.
Which knife do you throw?
I throw the cool sounding one. I forgot what it's called. The
Resort.
resort. Yeah.
Have you actually spent any time studying it yet?
I don't have a pearl.
Oh, yeah.
I do 6-7 damage.
Oh, what does the rat have?
7 hit points.
7 hit points. Well, I guess that disappears.
So you're running halfway to the
And then
door.
I just land on top of Molbath.
Party oh, yeah. Oh,
No, I wait till he's away from me.
He would have run because that wasn't expected, so it would have taken him a bit by surprise.
Okay.
Throws a dagger, stabs you in the back with it.
Okay, do I make it out the door before I... Damn
No,
it.
you sort of slide, your head's just out the door.
I'm gonna go back, pick him up, pull the dagger out, break each leg, and then put him on the table and then spare the dagger. So I'm not repairing his legs.
I assume
Kill it.
you would try to stop that from happening.
I'm only sparing the dagger after I've broken his legs.
I mean, you're 30 feet away or so at full health as Emissos on the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep running.
Yeah, you see the Goliath running towards you and
I'm gone.
have the advantage of distance and they run at the same speed, so
Yeah.
right from the field.
Javelin.
Sure, if you want.
Let's see if this works. That's a 3 on the die. That is a 7.
Don't think so. 13 with the AC.
This goes wide.
Truedream just yells, Emissos! Get back here so I can break your legs!
That's a motivator. Alright, that sounds good.
You just slowly just go, Pa, more druids!
Must be a Thursday.
I'll retrieve my knife and sit back down.
It's
He
Druid
walks
night.
out, he
Druid
looks over, you're out. You two are dressed like stage magicians.
Stage musician. That's an insult. He's a stage
I'm a street magician,
respected
thank you.
I take my
Say it.
javelin along the way, by the way. I don't want to leave it sticking somewhere. It
So-
could hurt someone.
Listen, we've told you we've got no druids, magics in the inn.
Oh, very sorry about that. Our estate's almost done.
Oh, they're probably overdone now. I have to come out here and deal with you lot.
Oh, we didn't do anything. We've been sitting here waiting for our meal.
Yeah, they all said that too.
Who are you talking about?
Then turn into a wall, petrified
I'm back.
flame rat.
I'm ignoring all this. I got my tea. I'm happy.
Have you returned to the inn?
No, I'm catching you.
I'm catching you.
She's gonna make you a man.
I am a Goliath. I am a Terminator.
No.
I am a Goliath. I am a Terminator. I will find you and break your legs and then drag you back.
Oh, I'm gonna start screaming out like a little girl. Help me before the giant wizard turns me back into a rat.
Do it so it like it doesn't
Druid,
get down,
save
so
me.
he can turn back. So just like kind of like stretch his legs till they like don't
I'll just
break.
dislocate every bone.
Just like no,
I'm gonna dislocate every bone in your body.
no physical damage. Just leave him as a rat, dislocated. Just like
Well, he's not a rat anymore. Hasn't been for some time now.
oh, in that case, then yeah, you can just
Yeah, I'm just
Every
dislocate
joint.
every joint.
Batman style. Don't kill him, just break every one of their limbs.
Not even gonna break it.
Because he goes the Circle of the Scarlet Moon.
I've never heard of them. And I've done some travelling in my time, but if it's a problem, we can try to help.
See, like,
Yes, one of our friends is a druid, but not one of them, and perhaps he will have insight on how to deal with them.
there's enough problems around here as it is.
So let us help you. Let us deal with them.
As you hear in the front of the inn, that high-pitched screaming voice again. Don't turn me into a rat! Dum, 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 dum.
No,
waking up the entire village slowly.
It's only a
I've got to worry about your food and he wanders off.
I was subverted for now.
Can't we
Yeah, you're not going to catch him.
That's okay. I know where he's sleeping. I know where he's sleeping.
Why? He hasn't worked that out yet.
So I'm going to eventually give up, go back to the table, wait for my meal, and during the night I'm going to dislocate every one of his bones. Every
Once she gives
one.
up, I'm going to go back for the back door to the kitchen.
Okay, you do that?
I mean, I'm going to try going
has
for
he
his
made it back
ears.
yet?
Yeah.
Oh, the cook, or is he still out arguing with him?
Yeah, I assume you would have had to
Yeah,
take
it would
some
have been
kind of
a
loop
while.
around. Yeah.
That's the only reason I asked.
He looks like he's
because
like,
if the kitchen's unattended,
now
like, there is
sitting-
going to be pepper on everything.
you look and he's like scraping off some of like the worst burned bits. Because he wasn't working the kitchen for a while.
Fortunately, that's his steak, because the rest of us had super rare ones.
They're all like that.
I like my birds.
There's a charcoal briquette and 3 very well done steaks.
Oh.
What's your passive perception?
Does 3. Oh, sorry.
8, 10 plus your wisdom. 13.
Oh, 10. Yeah, 13.
Okay,
sorry.
so I don't know. You see him, he's like doing this, and he's just like, my druids. He picks up a jug, takes a swig, and you see on the bottom of the jug is a triangle with a line in the middle.
Yeah.
The same symbol as the armor. I don't know if you're still wearing it, but you were wearing it for some time. This is
Yeah.
the chest from the cultist under Red Larch.
Yeah.
He puts the jug to one side.
Is a
Right.
triangle also in a circle?
No. You're trying to bond it so it fits, or is that the wrong?
Yeah, well,
And he's like now picking up the plates and
yep. I'll let him go serve.
Pepper everywhere.
yeah. So you guys get. Are you back at this point?
Yes.
You guys get some very burnt steaks. There's 4 put down.
I poke my fork, which just crumbles a bit. Like, perfect. Excellent work, sir.
I look sad, but I still eat it.
I'm going to wait in the kitchen for him,
Yep. So he walks back out. He's like, oh, jeez.
wearing the robe.
Which robe?
Was it robe or
Cultist robe.
cultist robe? I would have
It's
been.
the armor itself.
Yeah, oh, okay.
We've got those robes from
You do
the
have
town.
the cultist robes. Yeah.
Yeah. I
There were
wouldn't have
robes
the
with the masks,
Yeah.
Put the mask on.
and there was the
Oh,
armor
yeah.
as well.
Put the mask on.
So you just the mask.
Yeah.
He looks out and he's, whoa. Oh, wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I pulled the mask off. I only came through here a moment ago. Wandered through, not.
Yes, yes. You like delivered the brandy yesterday.
Wander through, go sit back down, waiting for the glaring look, and just like,
Poor broken man. Poor broken man.
I got news and I've already forgotten what to do with it.
Okay, I refill your brandy.
Refill my brandy.
Mine.
But
What could possibly go wrong after that information?
before my legs get broken, I whisper to the group.
Dislocate
Or dislocated. I can see it now. Dislocate your leg. Cure wounds. Dislocated again.
Oh.
Damn it.
I'm gonna
Cure
keep
wounds.
going until you run out of spells.
So what do you do?
Sip brandy.
Yeah, well, not knowing how well known the symbol is here, just sort of like keep it a bit covered as I walk out into the bar again, but sit down and gesture at it to the
So the
group.
symbol was only on the armor, which is the metal armor.
Metal armor.
Metal with stone armor. But,
Yeah.
yeah. But you definitely recognise the
Oh no,
armor.
Callan would have had the stone armor. No, I had the helmet, didn't I?
You were wearing the
Yeah, I was
armor
wearing the
around,
helmet.
sort
Yeah,
of flaunting it.
And stone doesn't burn.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna gesture to the symbols, and he knows the symbols. He's part of
Gesture
the
at
cult.
it, then
Yeah,
gesture at the kitchen, then gesture at the brandy.
I'm sort of getting a little bit tipsy at this point. Like, these steaks are overcooked, but what do they do with the rest of the animal? Perhaps they have hearts out there you could ask for.
Bad guys. Sorry, still panting.
Well, why don't you go question them?
I believe that would be a job for the morning.
Yes. Room's spinning a little bit, I will admit, with some strong brandy.
What did you do with the mask?
I assume I would have just put it in the... because we sort of called it a night, but I assume it would be with the party gear.
I mean, in the sense that if you were wearing it a second ago.
Oh, yeah, I would have taken it off to sort of like cover it up and come in. In case, because I don't know who's involved in...
So you made sure it was hidden before you came into the rest of the room?
Yeah. We don't know who's on whose side yet, so...
This will only end well. I am going to basically have us head up to our room.
Yep.
Truedream, please don't break our legs while we sleep. We didn't mean it. We're just trying to have fun. It's been a long day.
I promise nothing.
I just gently tuck everyone in.
Are you sure you won't promise me?
No.
Then good night. Guess what I'm about to do?
I'm not in the room, to be clear. I'm just drinking my tea and reading my book.
Roll
Like
less
after
than
it
a
tucked
health.
me there, I said no, I'm just leaving.
I hope to go to roll less than a health, so she just goes, oh.
It's looking pretty good at the
I
moment.
went 24, 4 dice, 5 dice in.
My health is 25.
There you go, you're asleep. That should
She
give
falls on you.
that should give you 8
she's-
hours at least.
She's now a doorstop. As she was leaving, you cast sleep. She's...
Oh, you should have 8 hours to rest at least. Oh, I wonder how hangovers are going to work if I can't sleep.
Worse.
I look forward to this.
Wow, for a different room.
That's going to cost you more.
Existing
Alright.
through your
I give her
hangover,
like 5 silver.
like your sobering process, is the worst thing in the world.
She's like, thinks about it for a bit, and then you see her like look in a book, and like half the rooms are empty, so she gives you a key.
How clean is the room?
Pretty clean.
Pretty clean?
Yeah.
Bit, like, freshly washed out chamber pot?
Yeah, well, chamber pot's clean, yeah.
Oh, bugger.
So,
I mean,
sorry.
we can-
Here's a chamber pot for you to vomit into.
That's like the minimum standard, throwing the chamber pot out the window.
Yeah, but like they don't have to wash it out. Like you still could be dregs of the last visitor in there.
Some caked on.
Okay.
Jokes on them, I didn't say what sleep. Break their legs on.
So you guys doing anything overnight?
Apparently being a doorstop.
Good for you. I'm going to study a knife.
Yep.
I'm going to keep working on the...
Kind of.
23.
Yeah, at some point you're going to say the name of the knife,
Yeah.
and it glows a cold blue light out for 10 feet.
Does it do anything else?
Make lightsaber sounds.
No, I make those.
No, it doesn't seem to.
And there
That's
we
all
go.
fun. I cut some stuff with it.
I mean, it cuts easily. It's a +1 knife.
Alright. I say it again. Turns off.
What do you say?
Resolve.
Yeah, it turns off.
Put it away.
I spend a couple of hours starting to get a bit more sober, get really bored because I cannot sleep, and I pull out a little puzzle box and start clicking away at it.
Intelligence check. Advantage, you're going to spend like fucking 8 hours doing it.
It's going to be 22
Yeah, that's
minimum.
fine.
23.
So you open it, eventually unfold small was a white badge. The hub-
Gold.
Yeah,
Isn't it gold usually?
I can't remember what the.
A small little,
If I would say, I'd say it's probably purple and gold.
a small little badge drops out, purple and gold.
I put it back in and close the box up and put it in my pocket for now.
History check if you want to work out what it is.
I don't just straight away know because then my arch enemies.
No, it's going to be pretty low DC.
Okay. 20.
Yeah, it's a Harper badge. For a very like low level Harper.
Very low level.
Put it in my
It's an equivalent rank to you guys of the Zhentarim.
put it sort of in my inner pocket.
Yep. You now have incriminating evidence on your person.
Sure do.
ever suspect
Nothing
you?
wrong.
Yeah, I'm too crazy to be a Harper, that's for sure.
Clearly I should have it. I'm
Because the
Unless you're a
hermit that
bard.
lives with like 13 children is totally sane.
Wait, are you secretly a bard? Wait, I should know that. Okay.
Wrong game.
So the morning comes, you'll wake up.
I sit up and bolt upright, check my legs.
I'm still like on the doorway.
They are intact.
Intact. Audible sigh of relief.
I got you, buddy.
Joke's on them. I didn't tell them what nights of sleeping I would break their legs under.
Get your doing every night before going to bed.
One more spell and I can save us from the dragon. No, I need to sleep.
So what you're saying is I have to make sure you exhaust all your spell slots in a day.
He's a warlock. So you just wait an hour to get some back.
So while we're eating dinner,
We'll rest for now, but
These druids are horrible. You pull the druid out from underneath the table, break his legs.
I think eventually you're just gonna have to realise it's more entertaining if he's awake.
True! True!
And he's got a real fear of blood as well, so
I
if,
should also dislocate his neck.
if a bone comes out, he's gonna throw up on it.
True!
so morning comes. You guys head downstairs. I assume. Have breakfast.
Yeah.
Yep.
brother, come and have a look at this. Just outside, I saw it last night, but should be able to see it better in the daytime.
Alright, what is it?
I sort of walk out of the way and pull out the thing, add it to, twist it that way, and then pull. That was on Kallan.
He must have been a Harper.
Yes.
He did seem a bit dodgy. And stupid.
But if
I
it
didn't
was,
see you make the intelligence check.
We got shown how to.
No,
Yeah, but
he
to
just assumed it was a harper.
Ah,
To recognise.
Just straight intelligence.
you rolled over 10 DC.
16.
That's fine.
I mean 17.
There's a principle to rolling.
I couldn't help but notice that he and Truedream got on very well.
She's probably a Harper too.
Yeah.
You see how much she cares about people? I was told she was a priest of Bane. She must be some priest of some puny god.
Yes, it's a concern.
It is.
I think Emissos is. I think
Emissos
he's
is too
safe.
stupid. Even if he was, it wouldn't be a problem.
Well, you know my background because you're.
We wrote it.
Emissos just there saying, well, you know who I am.
Perhaps we have to wake her in her sleep.
Maybe we could dislocate all of her bones.
Interesting proposition.
Good luck!
I don't know, that just popped into my head. I feel like I've heard it somewhere.
So you guys get brought your breakfast.
You hear from inside the kitchen. Sounds like a good idea.
They send you out again.
Alright. I would like to ask if there's like an apothecary around. Someone to buy me potions.
Not potions, no. We have a wise woman at the edge of town. She deals with some of the problems the animals have, but we don't have any true hedge wizards or apothecaries or anything like that.
No, I stopped by there on our way out.
Have there been any paladins around here lately?
Paladins.
I really want a paladin.
Yes.
Oh. I don't know why I asked that. Just curiosity, I
Well, there was
suppose.
some on the caravan when they came through.
Oh.
They've gone missing now.
Do they praise anybody other than Bane?
Well, why?
Why would they?
Worst spies in the world.
I have no idea who Bane is, but no, they seem to be. A number of them seem to follow similar from the Summit Hall. Apparently, they're taking one of the dead companions back there. Seen that, yeah. Obviously, we get a number of monks around here. There's some wizards in the caravan as well.
What's this I've been hearing about druids causing problems?
Step back.
It just seems to be a lot sort of gathering. Apparently, there's going to be some giant festival.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a problem.
Oh, hell. None of them apparently are attached to their own circle and are trying to join some new circle, and so they're all being kicked out of other places or cause problems. Or
I've never met a druid like that.
no, lucky you.
Hmm.
Number of them, every time they think it's some new prank, they shape change to some sort of animal and run through our kitchen.
That sounds ridiculous. Why would you bother with something so
I was
foolish?
going to say, we're like in a store or something.
Could be worse. One of them
Because I
turned
knock
into-
stuff over and like,
One of them
just
turned into a
start
beast that
twitching.
was apparently called a lion and waited in the cellar and.
That's a strange thing to do. Waiting in a cellar, that would get boring.
Yeah.
So they're just pranksters, they're not dangerous.
Right somewhere.
A prank can always turn decidedly dark at the worst moment.
Well, yes, if you decide to dislocate the joints of the prankster, I suppose.
That is why you don't do pranks too often,
Well, she's
because
rolling
you
really
can
poorly.
hurt people.
What happened to that druid? The one who was lying in wait?
Oh, my father took a club to him.
Who was lying in wait?
Yeah, I want to use fun.
That was the main question.
Apart from that, I don't know. Some people have no pride.
Found to make us roar with laughter.
He was left with a nasty scar.
Gonna have to move faster if you want to get out of here.
Fang it.
We're leaving this bit.
So let's just all pause. We go no live run.
Pause.
So just be prepared for that.
Can't wait to be king.
I'm gonna zoom out of here.
Is there anything else you want to do in this town?
I visit the old lady at the corner.
She doesn't have anything. She has a few herbs and stuff like that, but it is really a case of this cow's sick, I feed her herbs.
No.
It either throws up or it dies.
We've wasted enough time. Let's investigate. Let's get down to this, hopefully, caravan.
Hopefully they had some healing potions.
Perhaps we should go have a chat with the innkeeper.
Why?
Why?
He's a part of the cult.
Why do you say that?
Because he had on the bottom of his mug the same symbols as the cult.
And do you think he'll be cooperative if we question him?
Well, he assumes that I'm part of the cult.
Why does he assume you're part of the cult?
Because I forgot to take off the armour that shows that I'm part of the cult.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we're going to question this dude.
Very well. Maybe ask him to leave with you, so we're not questioning him at home.
At the moment, you look around, he's helping his daughter clean up all the various plates and stuff as all the people go back to their day's work and travelling.
I just lean up against him and say, "It's alright. Hail Hydra."
It's American there.
So what do you actually
I went to bang my head on
letting
the
Emissos
table in
take lead since
desperation,
he's-
but I actually hit
That's
the
right.
Appreciate it.
plan with no drawbacks?
You might hit dice. Just
Yeah, I am the worst person to take lead.
So you've got the army, he thinks you're part of the cult?
Yeah.
What do you do?
And I follow you around, so.
I'm the cult leader.
Cult leader. What was the cult called? Can't even remember.
It's like rabbing.
I am with the cult that you're in. You know the one. Tell me its name and prove you know it.
Hey all, you were filling this up.
Hail.
Does the keeper have a... Do I catch him on his own at any point?
Oh yeah, well he's taking like dirty stuff back out the back and
Yeah.
the trough and washing them.
Why he's out the back at the trough, you know.
No, you yeah.
Point at the symbols. Has there been any activity around lately?
He looks really confused and he goes, you guys brought us brandy a couple of days ago. Then you were here yesterday. I don't understand.
Well, we're back because we hear that there's suspicious things going on in the area.
Very suspicious indeed.
Suspicious.
Okay, roll persuasion, deception, I think.
20.
This is a Sacred Stone monastery investigating the missing caravan.
Exactly. That's what we're here for.
Yes, that sounds right.
Sounds rock solid.
Truedream is dying inside.
You're all low in his inside, you're all high in deception. So, well, I mean, that'd be good. You guys. So I thought you guys had gone very iconoclastic in the past few years. If you're helping look after the roads and some of the hills again, that'd be really appreciated by the local people. I know that. And then normally the only time we see you is when you sell us brandy.
Ah, yes. Things are on the rise again.
Bootlegging days are over.
When the caravan was in, one of your guys was here. It was when, then you guys put the brandy in, caravan left. Before that, though, last 3 days were all a bit confused. They headed south, but they never arrived in Summit Hall.
All right. I guess it's the direction we're going to go.
Well, I mean, basically on the way back to your monastery anyway.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh.
That monastery where we know where it is. Let's go that way.
That way, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Truedream is angrily silent. She knows.
I
she'll
pat him on the
follow.
shoulder, keep your ear out, should you hear any news.
Of course.
Mm.
So we just wait for one of your monks to appear and we'll let you know if we hear anything.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
That's
Oh,
brilliant.
You are always easy to spot with those masks on. I gotta admit, you're the most talkative one of the monks I've ever met.
Apprentice.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had my tongue
He's
cut
our
out
front
yet.
man.
Yeah, is that what they do? Normally it's all just gestures and nodding. Exactly. Well, bid you good day then. Gotta get back to it.
Yeah, see ya. Leaves hanging, I assume, waiting for a name, and I just say goodbye.
Mr. Goodbye.
Nope. You guys,
No,
those guys are a bunch of weirdos. He's still like they're a bunch of
He's just like,
weirdos.
freaking get out
I
of
don't
here.
want this to be my problem. Go.
And a bunch of weirdos applies for both you guys and the monks.
We're heading out of town now. Take the horse and cart while that's happening and we'll get it.
Do
set
they
up and-
happen to run any of the Zhentarim who are in the town investigating while they leave?
I mean, if
You don't have
want, I can. I've got enough that I could probably run, but
You only got to run for like 15 minutes.
yeah, I can do that. I can give like a description and stuff.
Yeah, you probably won't run into combat.
Yeah.
Next 15 minutes.
I mean, it's us.
Yeah, put me in wherever you want.
So you're playing Kallan?
Yeah.
Turn up while I'm standing there in the mask. You little shit.
So basically, you've been sent by, as we discussed in the break, sent by the Zhentarim to both get these guys to look into the missing caravan and to investigate the strange build-up of elemental energies, destructive elemental energies, and to co-opt it, essentially. You've been the diviners, because after all, the head of the Zhentarim is like a level 20 cleric of Bane.
Yeah.
Everything.
I've worked out you would meet them in Beliad, so that's where you head. And as you're approaching, you see a bunch of weirdos that are clearly adventurers.
And Molbath and Emharis.
Yeah.
I actively ignore them because they look far more incompetent than anyone the Zhentarim would hire.
Must be Harper.
Quick, show me your ID.
Pull out my half a bag.
So, what does your character look like?
He has elbow length, black, kind of like greasy wavy hair, which is mostly tends to be like draped over the face, a bit of a trudge to him. But on his face, he has a burn mark on his face in the form of a handprint that is like black. It isn't like a fleshy pink burn. It still seems to have like charred.
Like my steak.
Yeah, it's whether it's charred or if it's been rubbed with charcoal to keep the pigment. And he's wearing chainmail armor with it's black with pieces of gold going down some of the trim, but only on one side.
So
and he's carrying a great sword, but just in his hand. So it's got the is it a half handle, one where it's got the handle up the middle.
Oh, it's my hander.
Yeah, well, so it's got the two-handed handle, but then it's got the grip in the middle as well, so it can be gripped mid.
Okay. So you can finish them brightly.
Yeah.
So as you guys are starting to leave the town, you see what is clearly an anime protagonist.
Pretty much. Wait till I go Super Saiyan.
That'd be a super huge duo for Gundam.
Yeah.
I stop the party as I see this. I kind of look. I lock eyes with this one. I kind of just do this.
I'll just nod and just kind of drift into an alleyway somewhere.
What was that?
It's Bane. We actually googled the symbol before to make sure we could do it right. Because before we were going that, no, that's not right. This.
That's basically yours.
Yeah, because it was that's what it said. It was like a upward right hand with the index
and
index finger and thumb.
So it's basically your B.
Yeah, so we're like that, but that's not right.
But the fingers are actually curled over with it.
Yeah, they're the sort of the hand. Okay, yeah. So you guys step between some cattle fields, essentially.
What's happening?
I don't know. I think we should keep going.
Zigzag off straight after it.
Let's leave.
Yes. Good luck to her.
I'm fine with that. It saved me some trouble. It would save me some trouble.
Yep. What's going over here?
Oh no, I can't miss this opportunity. I'm going to follow you.
I'm
How
gonna
discreetly?
head over to this follower.
Oh, pretty poorly because we're as a party.
No.
So once you get a bit closer, you see it is male. It's elven features-ish, kind of like
Like a half elf?
yeah, but what it's half with might not be human.
So it's like
Dragon Ball.
quarter elf.
So you're even more bastardized than me.
Yeah.
Half elf, half dragonborn, half.
You are about to make my day. Someone's worse than me.
And I'll be leaning up against the wall when you walk around the corner.
I get near and I just pull out my symbol, my holy symbol of Bane. Like, nice to see another believer on the road.
I'll lift up the chain shirt and you see there's a tattoo that reaches up, which is like half the symbol but it stretches across.
Ooh.
So you're the ones that I've been sent to look for then.
Ah, you are also, and I do the hand symbol for the Zhentarim.
I do the same hand symbol, but I cock it up completely because I was never there to learn it.
I'll do it back, and like the diviners have sent me to help you with looking for the caravan.
That is convenient. We just lost a member.
Let's just hang our lands on this.
They are the diviners. They would have known.
That would make sense. We are headed towards a currently likely deceased caravan. I can fill you in along the way.
I just start walking back towards the others.
So, was it just me, or did you see the Goliath in the field with the cow last night?
I'm pretty sure that was Truedream. She's not out.
She must have been very quick to get back to us.
I mean, it's a cow.
You literally watched me all night. I could not move from the doorway.
You know,
What's this over there?
if we made our way out now, we could ditch her. Oh, she's coming back.
No.
Too late.
Oh, you're back.
Who's this?
Praise Bane. We have a
Okay, here we go again.
You just see me practicing the hand signal, but still getting it wrong every time, wondering why he wouldn't acknowledge me.
He has been sent by the Divine from the Zhentarim to help us.
Has he now?
I'm your potential temporary escort.
Are you a good Bane fighter, or are you a squishy, friendly one like this one?
Which one?
This one.
He points at the Goliath.
Oh, this one.
Yes, I'm a squishy fighter like this one.
Are you overly attached to your knees?
Are you?
Currently, yes.
Well, he is over them and attached them, so yes.
I love how you've adopted the same voice tone. Beautiful.
Well, I am Emharis. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Do you know anything about this caravan we're seeking?
I'm here to find you, nothing else.
Well, we're seeking a caravan. If you're here to help us, that's what we're doing next.
Well, lead the way.
Well, we'll try.
You guys start headed south.
Yeah.
After about 15 miles into the distance, you see vultures and other scavengers flying in the air about a mile back off the road. Potentially what these Knights of the Feather Gale Society are talking about. Well, we will leave it there.
My friend Sabra told me about this.
I don't have a name yet.
He's the
May have a
newest
name
one.
too.
I can give you one.
Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow for more of the House of Mercy.
Yay!
And on Thursday, Edge of the Empire will be on. As long as I'm not sick again.
Better be.
Yeah, that's what I think. It'll be on. Whether or not I'm actually able to do a decent job is a different story. Hi everyone!
Prerequisite.
We have a death battle to do.
We do. So we shall see you all then.
See you for stopping by.